Hello! What do you think are the best cursed room items in the Binding of Isaac Repentance? We are back at it again, once again, me and Turt, doing an in-depth Isaac item / whatever tier list, all the way up to Repentance. This time we're doing cursed room, and some red chest items. Say hi, Turt, by the way.
I am Turt, and I think anemic is underrated.
Anemic is trash. Actually Garbo. But yeah, I think this list will be interesting because there's a lot of items here that are very polarizing, right? Very like they have good and bad sides, right? Like you could see positives and negatives to a lot of them. I think it'll make for an interesting list. And yeah, we got a lot of items here to talk about, so let's get right into it. You wanted to start, huh? Want to go with a theme here?
Yep. Okay. A theme. So this item got buffed in Repentance, and it was such a good buff. This item was, I don't know where I'd put it, like D, C. No, probably D. But now it's A tier, I think. Just solid A.
It's just so when you get hit, it spawns a
No, that's what
maw,
it used
right?
to be. But now when you kill enemies, there's a luck-based chance that they get the Athame ring.
What?
And then
how did I never knew this?
It was changed in Repentance. It's fairly like recent-ish. I will say recent-ish. It's one of the recent updates, but the update.
Oh, it's an update.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, it's a luck-based chance now.
What is the chance?
The base chance is 25% with an additional 2.5% chance per luck.
Bro, that's amazing.
100%
What? 20% chance
so
alone
much
is
damage.
crazy.
25. I didn't know it was 25 base. That's pretty good. And yeah, if you get like perfection, you're raising that up to what?
Basically 100%.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know it did that. How recent is that update?
I think it might be like one of the most recent updates, but the update was probably like last. Let's just say a year.
That's insane.
Like,
I was about to put this in like mid to like low.
You have completely lost the ability on taking damage, but who cares? The
Who
damage you get
cares?
from killing
It's
enemies,
so much better.
Like,
Imagine this on like
it's so much
Hush.
better.
You kill one of those like Hush guys.
Yeah, so, and it chains. Like it has a chance to chain.
Yeah.
Like not guaranteed, but 25% per enemy, no matter what.
Now, if only imagine that those rings could still spawn dark hearts. Ah.
That would actually be S tier, instant. Like,
Yeah.
that would be S tier.
All right, Black Candle. This is a classic. To me, this is a really nice one. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's on the same level as the Athame, but I put it pretty high. I don't know. Blocking all curses is really nice. And you know, you get a black heart. That's all it does, right?
Yeah. It raises your devil chance a little bit, which I do like, but it's not huge.
How much of a double deal chance increase?
This is the part where devil deal chance increases are kind of deceiving. It says 15%. It is actually a fairly big boost, but it's like...
Yeah, but I don't think it's like
not
15 for
full.
every room. I think it's dependent on... I mean,
dependent on
what floor
your
you're
base
on, or-
chance that floor
yeah.
is. So if you have the 33%, it's lower. So it would be like
Yeah.
5% that floor probably. It's
I think
good,
lower,
though.
actually,
It is
but
nice.
I'll put it B. I think that's fair, right?
I would also think probably B. This is one item I really like, but
This is one of the-
I don't think it's quite A tier, but I do really like it.
This is one of those
It's
just
probably
really good
like
utility items. Like, I don't think anybody
Yeah.
ever dislikes seeing this. Like, it's just nice to have.
I love
right?
seeing Black Candle. It's just nice. You don't have to worry about anything anymore, and the extra devil chance is nice. You can get Cursed Eye now without feeling bad. Like,
Oh, this is an interesting item up next. Here, go ham.
ooh, okay. I am not a huge fan, but like this is where it's cursed from
Ooh.
list. Maybe you disagree. It just drains all your red hearts, no matter like whether you want to or not. I don't know. I actually think this is F. I never take this.
Wow. Hot take.
Oh, I will say, just a little bit on the tiers. S is your run carry items. A and B are like just good items. C is average. D and E
Yeah,
are
I feel like
below.
it's pretty
And then
self-explanatory. Yeah.
F is, I think, I will almost never take it. There are still items that I don't like that I won't take often that I think are kind of detrimental in a way, but I would still place them in E.
I think by
feel like
your
there's
logic,
scenarios where I'd
no, I disagree. I think by your logic, this would be E tier for you, because like I'm sure you could still see the situations where it's good.
No, when I say situational, I mean like,
Because
I
like
don't know
this
what
is
item
an item that I don't even think is situational. I think you just never take it.
Well,
For-
with Black Candle you do, but like, For F, I more think that.
Okay,
like,
that's so
unless I have a
That is
really
one of the most specific scenarios of all time.
No, and I think Blood Oath is the same. I will almost never take it because I don't like the effect. There are other bad items, quote unquote, like maybe Vanishing Twin. I think isn't that good. That I would put in E because I could still see scenario.
Oh, this is
Blood Oath
crazy to me.
But
I
if you
can't.
disagree, I'm happy to put it up a bit. If you disagree, like what do you think?
I was gonna put it in A.
What? Okay, no.
Big difference here. Huge difference.
This might be the biggest we've ever disagreed on something.
So, I think a big reason why you dislike this item, for anybody who doesn't know, Turt does this challenge where he tries to beat the whole game without unlocking Lazarus, and it means
I don't
that
like this item regardless of that.
No. But let me explain. He cannot. He's not able to have more than 3 soul hearts. This item is solely only good if you're running a soul heart build, which is very common.
Okay, it is true that maybe I'm a little bit biased on some items like that because
with soul heart builds,
however,
even just having
even before that, I didn't like this item.
Because you got to realize if you're running a soul heart build, you're almost never even using your red health for most of the runs. And I've always said a good damage is like a good defense in Isaac is a good offense, right? Like if you have a higher damage stat or a higher tears rate, then you're not going to get hit as much anyway. So losing those red hearts.
What I don't like is it drains all of your red hearts.
Yes, but the more red hearts it drains, the more damage up you get.
But do I care about that much damage? I don't need that much damage.
Because the thing is
like,
that the way I see this item, the way I see this item, it's basically Bloodlust, but you're specifically already getting rid of red health, which is a good thing. The disappointing thing is that if you don't have enough soul hearts, then you don't want that to happen, and it'll happen anyway. But most of the time, you're going to keep a lot of soul hearts because you have so much damage every single floor. If you have 2 hearts, it's so much damage. Even just 2 hearts, you get so much damage from it.
I don't know. I
think this is a case where you probably only used it like maybe 3 times or something and was like, nah.
No, I have had... Okay, I will actually say maybe with my logic it is E. Maybe not F. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh.
Because it's so... Like, it's disingenuous. It definitely has spots. Like, if you have, like... If you even have 5 soul hearts, then this is a free take every day of the week.
I will say this is... No, I will say that most of the time I won't want this. No, I would say it's E by my logic. I will say. Maybe F was a little bit harsh. But I still would say it's detrimental to me more often. And it's not just the soul heart challenge. I mean... Even in general, and I have had it.
I definitely think that's altering your opinion of it, though. 100%.
I will admit.
Because soul hearts with this are so busted. Like it's actually a good item if you have a lot of soul hearts.
I don't know. It's not going in A. I think we have such a I think it has to.
Oh well, yeah, I know it's not going in A because our differences are so big. But I'm trying to.
It probably has to go in C because we just disagree that much. It has to.
You're okay, but you don't see my argument though enough to put it in B.
No, I don't.
How?
But I can see C.
I really don't get it. It's so much damage.
I don't care. You lose all your health no matter whether you want to or not.
But you don't take red heart damage anyway, and you can just heal it back. Hell, in Beast Run, you basically get 100% free damage because you just get the guaranteed bed.
No, but no, you don't because you lose all of your health the floor before, and you won't be able to heal it up that much.
That's not. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying, but most of the time you get at least 1 heart, and guess what? That's a damage up.
I get the massive damage up.
I see what you mean, but most of the time you get at least 1 red heart, and that's still a damage up.
Okay, 1 red. Okay, how much damage up does it give you? Because the exact formula is.
I want to say it gives you +1 for each full heart.
I need to catch that.
Which is a lot. A damage up for every red heart.
It's definitely not +1. It's
I think it is for 1 full red heart.
When it says hearts lost squared, does that mean full heart? Hearts lost total hearts of damage taken for blood. Half heart counts as 0.5. Okay.
So yeah, I was right. It said half heart was 0.5, so that means 1. I was right. I know my items.
No. You don't have the context of the formula. The formula is 0.15 times hearts lost squared. They're saying hearts lost is the full heart. So 0.5 in hearts lost.
But you said half
which is bad.
Okay, so you're saying 2 hearts.
Hearts lost part.
So you're saying So you're saying
Yeah,
two
so
full
two
red
full
hearts
Let's say you
is
lost 2 hearts with blood.
1 damage up.
It would be 0.6 damage up. If you
No,
lose
that's
2 red
wrong.
hearts.
That formula is just wrong. You're interpreting it wrong. I know you get so much more damage from it. You're just wrong.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm not.
That is so wrong. I know you get so much more damage.
Well, no, it's hearts lost squared. So the more hearts you lose, the more like benefit you get. So if you have 3 hearts, at that point you're getting 1.35 damage. If you lose 4 whole hearts, yeah, like it will get a lot higher the more hearts you lose. If you lose 4 hearts, you're getting plus 2.4 damage.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. Whenever I have it, I usually have a lot of red health because I want to have a lot of red health because I know you get a lot more damage up per.
But okay, so
what's it called?
I'll put it that way. So you need to get plus 2.4 damage. You need at least 4 hearts, and you need to heal up those 4 hearts every floor to actually get that amount of damage again.
But let me put it this way, you know, from a min max potential, like most of the time you're running still hearts anyway. You're not taking red heart damage anyway. It's like because you want to get your devil deals, especially early game. So if you get this like first floor, it's amazing. Because
another thing I don't like about this is you said it's a bit like Bloodlust, but with Bloodlust you get the benefit from using the blood donation machine or using the sacrifice room. But this you don't. It takes away your ability to use the blood donation machine in the sacrifice room because it gets rid of your hearts. I would prefer to just use it on the blood dono. And that's another thing I don't like about it.
I mean, I'm okay with accepting C. I think that's a valid point, but I still would put it in A. So
yeah, I'm fine with C. We do disagree a lot. We have to put it in the middle. Okay, so your turn, Blood Puppy.
I like Blood Puppy. Is that a hot take?
Oh no, we disagree again.
I like Blood Puppy. I think it's good.
Where does it go? Where does it go?
You can control it. I put it in B.
Where does it go? I was gonna put it in E.
What the fudge? I like Blood Puppy. It's like an OP Meat Boy that you don't have to build up.
Yeah, but it's just annoying. It doesn't even. It just slight amount of
yeah,
damage.
but well, no, it does more. It does this. I'm pretty sure it does like similar to full Meat Boy, and that's crazy.
Okay, so I will say when you have the level 4 one, which you don't really get to that often, but if you have the level 4 one, it kind
dude,
of
he has so much damage.
He spews out red hearts, which is the best aspect of Blood Puppy.
But he does so much damage too when he's in rage mode. You can kill a lot. It's like having an ESO.
2 contact damage to them per tick as normal Blood Puppy. How much is that's nothing?
Yeah, but that stacks a lot. Like that's per hit, and it hits like a million times over. It's kind of like Brimstone.
It says 8.57 damage per second. It's not. I mean, it's alright. After killing 15 enemies, Blood Puppy becomes angry. I deal 7.5 damage per tick instead, 15 per second, and 90 per second while charging. That is a lot.
That is crazy.
It drops a half red heart for every 10 enemies it kills. It would try to attack Isaac. It has boss armor. Just like if it didn't have boss armor, I'd like it a lot more. You don't really ever get to the really angry version, but that one does 180 damage per second while charging. Or 30 damage per second normally. That's kind of crazy. And it destroys obstacles it runs into. And drops a full red heart.
It destroys obstacles? I didn't even know that.
I don't know.
Can it break rocks? Wait. That's such an important aspect. Can it break rocks?
Only at the level, like the max level.
Yeah, but that's what I keep it at anyway.
Really? You keep it at the max level?
Yes, it does so much damage.
I don't think the damage is worth it.
It's like you're playing Tainted Jacob without turning into the Lost when you get hit.
But there are some rooms where you can't dodge the Blood Puppy. Like if you get.
Well, yeah, but it's the same with Jacob, and guess what? Like,
No, you have Anima Sola with Jacob. So if you ever get an undodgeable.
No, there's still undodgeable rooms with Anima Sola. Hard disagree. There are,
but the Anima Sola helps. But with Blood Puppy, you're actually just screwed.
So what? You lose a heart. Big deal. You're not turning into the Lost.
I don't think it's worth. I personally, I don't.
Because you get healed from the heart spews anyway. You gain more out of it than lose.
Those are red hearts though, so you'll probably lose your devil chance if you're using those hearts to heal.
Yeah, but you could game break, blood dono machine. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. He's not good. He's not.
He is good. He does so much damage. Okay.
The little guy is not worth my time. The big guy is detrimental. I would just rather not deal with it at all, and that's why I don't take it. But I at least know it's not terrible, so it's E tier. Like if I pick it up by accident, Curse of the Blind, I don't care. But it is like I also.
I guess
don't
that has to
care
be
about
low
having it.
C then.
I'm fine with low C because I can kind of see the argument for D. So low C is like fine.
That sucks.
I don't know.
That sucks. I think he's way better.
I knew we're gonna disagree on this. It's fine. It's fine. It's good.
Alright, go.
Bob's Curse. Okay.
Oh wait, no, this is my turn. Hold
I
on.
don't.
Wait.
No, you did Blood Puppy.
Oh no, you're right. Go.
D tier. Just D. It's 5 bombs. That's kind of nice.
But it's 5
You
poison bombs.
I do like the buff where they have a poison gas cloud on the bombs now. That is nice. It's still D tier though. That's not good enough for C. But the 5 bombs, you get immunity to poison and corpse. You get a poison cloud on your bombs, which can help kill enemies. It's alright, but it's just D. It's not that special.
This one's. I mean, this is just very solid. Like this is one of the best.
It's
like
plus one damage and 3 black hearts. Yeah.
like that's so. This is like one of the better damage ups in my eyes. Like, which is
Yeah,
funny because I'm pretty
3
sure.
black hearts
I'm
is
pretty sure.
quite
I
good.
could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure in Rebirth this didn't even give you damage. I think it was just the black hearts. I could be wrong though.
I don't think that's true.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it's just very solid. I'd actually go as high as maybe this is cap, but I don't know. You gain so much in the moment. I'd put it above Athame. Is that crazy?
I would not put it above a Thane, but I can see A tier for sure.
The way I see Athame is that Athame's really good for enemies, but in general, Athame's not good for bosses. Let's be real. There's specific bosses.
I will say this. You haven't played...
You're right. I have not played with Athame, but
you
just
did not
using...
with Athame?
No. Let me just say. Using logic, most of the hard bosses do not spawn enemies. Most of them. Delirium does not spawn enemies.
Mother slightly spawns enemies in first phase, but it's very few.
No. That's cap.
I'm
Mother
saying
does
it's very
not.
few. I'm saying it's very few.
Well, at that point, I'd much rather have the plus 1 damage.
I'm saying Mother doesn't apply to it. I'm saying that. I'm saying it doesn't apply to Mother.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really apply to Delirium. It does apply to Harsh. It does apply to Mega Sate. Okay.
Not really even Mega Satan. I mean, I guess it's okay against like the mini bosses that spawn.
It's
but
alright. Yeah, it's just alright.
It's just okay.
It's really,
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime you
And
have
it has to
Envy
proc.
this,
Like you have to
a
proc
Thane
the 25.
A Thane instantly kills Envy for you. It's funny every single time.
And granted, I mean, Athame is still. I can agree that it's A tier for sure, but it's at a room clearing reason, right? I mean, I would never pick this over even just a regular damage up. I don't think I would.
I would pick a Thane over regular damage up every day, and I think even the 3 black hearts, I think a Thane's still better. I think you just haven't played with it. You don't realize how.
No, I understand. Trust me, I understand. And the Black Ring is very strong. It's very, very strong. I used to say that Maw of the Void was stronger than Brimstone back when it spawned Black Hearts.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. If it's just enemies, and they have to be killed, right? The enemies have to be killed?
Yeah, they do have to be killed.
I don't see it. I really don't see how it could possibly be better than the overall like 3 dark hearts. Like imagine getting this imagine getting this first floor, man. Like you have 3 dark hearts, a damage up, like right away. Like that's so much progress, and you're not taking Devil Deal chance in the next floor.
Okay, damage up is a lot smaller of an upside, and like it is.
I think it's a bigger upside for bosses. It's a huge upside to have a full damage up.
No, it's an upside against bosses, but it's not that big of an upside. 1 damage.
Yes, it is. No, 1 damage is a big deal. It's a massive deal.
Okay, if you're on base damage, then yes, 1
yes,
damage is a big deal.
And that's what we're assuming. I think all these items should be assumed you're at base.
Okay, but you're not going to the final boss.
Okay, no, you're right.
Only 1 damage up.
But if I had to choose, I mean, honestly, even if I had a bunch of damage ups, I'd take another damage up when going into a boss instead of a Thame every day of the week.
The formula plateaus. So
well,
I would just take an actual new effect.
And that's also true, but a Thame is basically a non-effect for most bosses.
Yeah, but I mean...
No, but that's the ending. That's the ending convo for me. Is that it's just not good for bosses for the most part. It just isn't.
It's not, but I still think
it's a non-item
capability. I think the room clearing capability, like, you're underrating.
If you were
I
to
think-
take either of these items right before Mother, what would you take? It's the hardest boss in the game. Or Delirium.
Okay, right before Mother, yes, I take the Ceremonial Robes.
Yeah.
But that's unfair of a comparison.
But it's
These
not
early
really an
games-
unfair comparison because it's the hardest part of the run. It's the hardest part of the run.
Okay, but even taking the +1 damage from Mother isn't going to help me that much.
But the
If
Soul
I
Hearts
really have it.
absolutely do. It's massive.
The Black
3
Hearts would.
Dark
The
Hearts?
Black Hearts would.
That's 3 hits. That's I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a combination. That's why this is such a good damage up. That's so good. Early and late game. Like, yes,
You know what's fine?
I agree.
Barely, but
I agree for the rooms, but it's only for the rooms. That's the problem. Like, this is amazing
you know
for
what?
rooms.
You've convinced me a little bit. The Black Hearts are also nice for clearing rooms.
They're not
sometimes,
just
like,
nice,
sometimes
but they're
you get a tough room.
insane. They're I mean,
just-
3 Black Hearts?
And the
3.
damage up will help you every room as well. Okay, fine, you got me. All right.
3.
I still think his name's better, but I can at least see it.
All right. I'm glad
Okay.
to see that I won a convo. I love that. All right.
Contract from below. Let me just get the odds up for this because I want to know the exact. Because there's like a little curse to it. Okay, so doubles any pickups and chests earned for clearing a room, but has a 1 in 3 chance of removing the reward completely. Okay. So, well, I mean, it's worth it overall. Definitely. This is like, I think,
This
B
just
tier.
the description of this has always thrown me off, like ever since Rebirth, because it says like at what cost or whatever. So I always thought it had a
Yeah.
negative, but it really just doesn't.
Well, it does. It's a 1 in 3 chance of removing the room reward, but it's not. You're also getting more rewards because you're doubling. Like you're removing 1/3 of the rewards, but then 2/3 of the rewards you're doubling.
It's like
You're
a
getting
it's
more
like a
rewards.
yeah, it's like a non-negative in a way because
I
like
would
you're getting more
say
benefit.
I would say this is B tier.
That's fair. Probably under
I-
Black Candle, huh?
I do like Black Candle more. I think if I had to pick 2, I would just pick Black Candle, but it's pretty slight.
Yeah,
It
because
is
there's
good, I
some
think it looks
curses
good.
that could like ruin the run, in my eyes.
Yeah, it's also
Um,
just nice. Like Black Candle, it's just nice.
look at this behemoth S tier right
Yeah.
here. Yes,
S tier.
sir.
No, so we've done a secret room list already, and I'm happy that we both agreed it was F tier. So
Nah, I changed my mind. For Cursed Room, it's insane, alright? You pick it up,
That's true.
and then you get hit by a spider, so you don't have to get hit by the spikes. Bro,
that's true, that saves
insane.
you a hit.
Not really, though, because you're taking a hit.
So funny thing, so we're doing a curse room and red chest tier list. So Bob's curse isn't actually in the curse room pool; it's just the red chest pool. Cursed Eye is not in the curse room pool; it's in the red chest pool only. That's surprising
really?
me. I just want everyone to know that.
That is kind of surprising. I thought it was in Cursed Rooms, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so you rank that
It's
one,
ass.
so I do curse the tower. Ooh, curse the tower. Okay, curse the tower is one of these items that I cannot help myself. I pick it up every time.
I do too.
No matter what.
Even though, like,
I
it
love
usually is a hindrance in so many ways, but I always pick it up.
I love it, even though I know it's not the greatest item, and I pick it up every time, and then sometimes I regret it. I think realistically it's E or D tier, but I do pick it up every time.
Yeah. I mean, I see the benefit
Probably
to
E.
it.
It's probably E. let's be
It
real.
is probably E. I put it higher, but it's probably E.
Oh, no, if you think it's high, I'm okay with it going in D. I do take this every time.
I do too. But like realistically, it's never good. I've never had a run where I've picked it up and I was like, shoutouts Curse of the Tower, bro.
I will say, it's really good that they buffed it so it no longer procs on Devil Beggars and Blood Donos. That's huge.
Yeah,
It
it's
still
really
procs
good.
on Sack Rooms, but the Sack Rooms isn't too big a deal. It is annoying though.
I think it's fair to leave it an E, honestly. I can't think of a single
It's probably
time
E.
where I was like, yes, I'm so glad I picked that up. Carry.
I can think of a few times.
I mean,
but-
I can think of some, but it's so niche. It's like, oh, I didn't have any bombs, and I
Yeah.
wanted to get something.
Well, no, but even if, like, let's say you have Bob's Curse, you've now clouded the whole room with poison. Like, it just synergizes really well with bomb upgrades. However,
But you have to get hit.
it's... Yeah, you have to get hit, and it also can hit you again. It's E. Like, let's be real, it's E, but I do like
If
it.
you're
I love
immune to the
item.
bombs, or
It's
if
fun.
you had pyromancy, oh,
If you have Pyromaniac, this is S tier. It actually is. But we're not ranking it if
Yeah.
you're assuming you have Pyromaniac. That's very situational.
this was an interesting
Uh,
one. Dark Princess Crown, that's you.
Oh no, I did curse the tower.
Oh no, you're right. you have if this is like if you have one red heart, then you get like a massive tears up and flight, right? Is that
Not
right?
flight. You get a massive tears up and range and shot speed.
Oh, okay.
So mostly tears up. Let's be honest.
It's a big tears up though.
It's +2. It says +2 fire rate. The bonus can break the soft tears cap. So I assume that's not.
Oh,
tears form.
breaking tears cap is insane.
I think that's just +2 flat. I'm assuming. I think it's +2 flat.
Yeah, I mean, any item that breaks the tier cap, no matter how niche it is to get to its effect, is pretty insane. I'd actually go as high to put it at the bottom of A. I know that may seem crazy, but there's a lot of ways you could set this up.
I do find this item very situational because one red heart is very specific.
It is, but I feel
that,
like you could do it though. I mean, like, because you could just get a devil deal and get to one red heart. It's really not that hard.
I will say, when I pull this off, it helps a lot.
It does help a lot.
It is actually.
It's a good tears up.
I just think, is it really in A?
I think it's at the bottom. I think it's comparable to me.
I can see it there. It's just, I don't like the situational part of it. Like, it might be top of B instead.
It is, okay, let me put it this way. If it was just the tears up, I'd put it at the top of A.
Yeah.
So I think that it's fair that it's at the bottom of the A.
Um,
Because it's not, like, realistically, if you get the setup, which is not that hard to set up if you get devil deals, then you're good. Like, you just have the tears up.
yeah.
Because, like, just run soul
Anyway.
hearts.
Bottom A is probably fine. We might lower it down later. I'm not too opposed. Like, I'm either saying bottom A or top of B. Like, I'm not really fighting the position. I'm just fighting the tier. But I'm not opposed to A either.
I just think it's way better than these if it was in B. That's the way I see it.
No, I can see situations where I take Black Candle instead. And
Well, okay, yeah, I could see the situations too, but only if I have, like, a bunch of red hearts.
No, I do actually think it's top of B, just because there are some runs where you can't take this. Well, Black Candle you can always take it.
But that's not
But I still think it's better than
not
Black
really
Candle.
fair, because even with red heart runs, like, you could always just lower yourself to it.
No, I do think there is quite a few runs where this does nothing, but I don't think it is enough for it to, like, really hurt the item. I just think it would be top of B. It's still higher than Black
No,
Candle.
but you can still pick it up. It's not like, I mean, Black Candle in a lot of ways does, at least compared to the highs of the tier up, Black Candle in a lot of ways doesn't do anything a lot of times. So many floors where you didn't even get a curse anyway. Doesn't even matter. All it is a black heart.
And I don't know. I think this is. I'm thinking about the crown more. I think it is top of B.
No, I think it's a lot better. I'd rather leave it here for now.
Okay, that's fine. Euthanasia. Okay.
This is just worse than Theme, is it not?
I guess actually you could. No, not really. So this is. I think this does matter against bosses because I think the needle shots do more damage.
Oh no,
They
you're
don't
right.
Do the effect, but.
You're right.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So the needles do triple your tier damage. That's
How,
quite
how,
nice.
how common are the needle shots?
I will find out. So the formula used to determine the chance is... Oh, so it's a minimum 25%, and then it can go up based on your luck. Okay. Wait.
That's pretty good.
They
25
lied-
for every
wait, did
turn.
they lie to me?
Every tier.
A base luck. Wait. It said minimum, but I think I meant maximum. Yeah, the formula said minimum, but I think they meant maximum. At base luck is 0, the chance is 3.33, maxing out at 25% at 13. Yeah, they meant...
Oh, it maxes out at 25. What's the minimum?
3.33.
Never mind, that's ass.
The formula said it said minimum. Then in brackets it has a formula. And then
You would need
25.
so much. You would need so much luck to get to 25%. 3% is so uncommon.
3% is pretty rare.
Honestly, I'd put it at bottom C.
No, it's not that low. It's at least B. It's at least.
All right.
The needles insta kill enemies. Like
3% of the time.
Head if you hit them.
3% of the time.
I mean, if we're counting transformations, it's a spun item as well.
Yeah, but spun is a trash transformation anyway.
You're joking.
I mean, like, it barely happens. I mean, well, it happens sometimes. It's one of the more
I
common
think
ones.
spun happens a fair amount.
It's okay. You might get it like 10% of the time.
Actually, I think a theme is top of B.
You think it's better than the
No,
candle?
okay. Actually, you know what? Okay, maybe I'm overrating it, but I actually think it's better than Dark Prince's Crown as well.
That's a hard disagree. I can't ever agree with that. That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. That actually doesn't make any sense. It's 3%. Like, how do you think it's that good?
Yeah, no, I'm probably overrating it. Because I haven't looked at the percentage until now. Without looking at the percentage, I would take it over Dark Prince.
Yeah, I don't even know why I don't even know why I thought for even a second that it was 25%. Like, that's crazy. I never shoot, like, I barely ever see it.
I really don't know why they put the formula like that. They said minimum, in brackets, they have a formula, comma, 25%. That means the minimum is either the formula or 25%.
I would like to put out there, it's so rare, I'd put it at bottom C, maybe even top of D. Like,
it's not top of D, you're insane.
I don't know, it's pretty irrelevant. It's pretty irrelevant.
How's it irrelevant?
3% of the time! It's not like it's like 2020 when it's all the time.
You fire tears all the time, though.
Yeah, and I understand that, but you probably only get like 1 or 2 of these needle shots per boss.
But you fire tears constantly.
You know what's going to be a lot more useful is the enhanced tear rate. That you're always shooting +2 past the fire cap. Honestly, that's the biggest thing in point of this favor that I should have kept up, is the fact that this tear rate cap breaks, which any item that breaks tier cap is insane. So I don't think this is even comparable at all.
I think it's B tier at least.
I can only agree with bottom of B, I feel like.
I think I'm fine with that.
Because I just think it's so irrelevant. Even when I do pick this up, I've actually always noticed this barely does anything. Whenever it does, I'm like, yo, fire. But it's so rare.
I mean, it's 1 in 30 shots on average. And that's assuming you have 0 luck.
Is it 25 at 10 luck?
Let's see. 13. So, yeah, you'll get close with perfection.
I mean, yeah, perfection is the only thing that makes this somewhat okay. I guess I could get this on a lost run or something, and it'd be kind of goated, but that's the only thing I could see in this favor. Other than, like, perfection runs, I honestly don't even think it's a relevant item. I don't think it is at all. Because you'd much rather take any damage multiplicative item, like a Tears Up or a Damage Up, any day of the week.
Yeah, no, I can see that position. I will say I didn't know about the percent chance. Percent chance is a lot lower, I thought. Low B's, fine.
You're right. This is one of my favorite items. Like, when they introduce this item, I think it's just so unique. This is False PhD. God, what a unique item. So it's the opposite of PhD, basically. It turns all your pills into bad pills. You cannot find good pills when you have this. It's only neutral and bad pills. But God, the fact... Okay, so basically you get a damage up for all the stat down pills. Or just... Yeah, I think it's just stat down pills. And for any neutral pills, you get a Dark Heart, which is honestly insane.
Not neutral, bad pills. Neutral pills do nothing. But bad pills give you a Black Heart, yes.
Wait, really? I thought it was neutral pills that gave you Dark Hearts.
No, it's just the bad pills give you Black Heart.
That doesn't make any sense, no, because you get a damage up from the bad items.
You get damage up for stat down. You get Black Heart for bad effect pill, and for neutral effect pill, nothing happens.
Oh, you mean like... Okay, to me, Retrovision is a nothing effect, so that's what you mean, right? Like by bad effect?
Yes.
Okay.
Retrovision counts. I mean something like... Let's see if I found pills. Does nothing. Like, I found pills will be in rotation still, but it will do nothing. It won't give you a Black Heart. But Retrovision would give you a Black Heart because it's considered negative.
Okay, whatever. Either way, it's very nice that that's even an attribute of it. I would argue... I don't know, you get so much damage. And, like, especially when you have in rotation, like, some luck downs. Like, that, like, trading a luck down for a damage up is insane.
Shot speed down?
Yeah, shot speed. The only bad one that I would never take, really, is Tears Down.
Yeah, Tears Down's bad.
But that's like
Speed down is good, but be careful. You don't want to use too many speed
Right. But a lot of times...
You can usually...
Let's be real, there's so many runs where we get max speed and we're like, you know what, I'm a little too fast. I'll take a speed down right now. You know?
Yeah, I never really think I'm too fast, but I will always, if I have a lot of speed, I have speed down, I'll just take it, yeah? Get the damage.
God.
It's 0.6 damage per, so you need two bad stat pills to get higher damage to Ceremonial Robes. At that point, you'll have 1.2, better one.
Like, you know, pills are very common. You get one on spawn.
Pills are very common. You get a lot of damage, I will say. Like,
Like,
It's only
so much
0.6
damage.
per pill, but you use it a lot, so you get a lot.
I think it's at least this high. I might even put it above Sarah. Because you could build
I'm not sure
a
if you were
lot.
considering S, because you were hovering over S. I would not, if you were arguing S, I wouldn't even fight you that much. I do think it's top of A at least.
Okay.
I don't think it's quite S, but I could actually see the argument.
The only reason
item
why I would not put it S is because there's another item on here that's infinitely better.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that this is an item that sometimes I don't want it.
Yeah,
And I feel like
and I
S tier
agree.
items usually aren't like that.
Hell, I could even see
But
the
most
argument
of the time-
that I could even see the argument that PhD is a better item. Like if I had to compare the two, I could see the argument. I think I'd take false PhD if I had to pick.
I
but...
can see the argument, but yeah, I take false PhD most of the time. Over it, I would say. Yeah, just the black cards you get from this is great. Usually you can afford the stat downs. Tears down is definitely the worst one. You would have preferred the tears up pill.
But like every other pill, I think the
Yeah.
only bad thing about this item that I could really think of is the fact that Balls of Steel isn't in rotation anymore. Which
Yeah.
doesn't really even matter because you get more dark hearts probably out of it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's quite good effects here. Stuff like addicted is just a black card.
Yeah.
You're never using addicted in an active room, so just 3 black cards.
Super free, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, great item. I
we'll say-
totally agree with top of A. I totally agree.
yeah. So there's some like Horf. So Horf will give you nothing, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like
Interesting.
still.
All right, top of A. That's good. Let's do Gimpy.
Gimpy. Oh, okay, Gimpy. I need to look at chances for Gimpy. Gimpy is nice.
I
Like,
want to
gut
say it's like
feeling, I wanna say-
20%. Gut feeling is 20% for me.
Okay. When Isaac takes damage, there's a chance that a soul heart may spawn. Monsters have a chance to drop a half red heart. The chance for Gimpy to spawn a soul heart depends on the luck stat and is based on formula 8% plus 2% per luck you have. Okay.
It's
So
8%.
it minimizes at 0% at -4 luck, so it can go down. At 0 luck, it's 8%, and then you get 2% per luck. So that's quite.
That is a lot
Like,
less
with
than I
perfection,
expected,
that's-
though.
Okay, I was gonna say with perfection that's 28%, but as soon as you get hit, you'll lose the perfection, so never mind.
Oh, that's
But-
true.
Still 8% minimum is like 8% at 0 luck is decent. Like you get 1 luck.
It's
you're at
okay,
100%.
but I actually thought it was
10%.
20%. It's a lot worse than I thought.
It's still good though. Like, oh no, I guess it is a lot worse than I thought.
Like
and
taking
monsters
a
have
damage,
1%
it's not even
chance.
10% of the time, and it's not like you take damage that often.
Oh, the chance a monster drops a half red heart is based on their HP stat. So if they're like a really weak monster, they have a 1%, and if they're, I think most monsters is 10% chance. So let's just say 10% chance for a half red heart most of the time.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's really not as high as I thought, but I still think.
I think it's like B somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. I would even go as far to say that I put it at the top of B, just because.
I would agree.
Just because, even though its percentage is deceivingly low, I still feel like I get it to use a lot. Like,
Me too.
Like I feel like I'm like, yes, Gimpy Soul Heart, you know, like.
I mean, okay, you think about it like this: you get hit 5 times, and it will drop 1 soul heart back. So
You can't cheese with this, I don't think, right? Like you can't blood dono to get the Soul Heart, or can you?
wait, I think you can because it just says when you take damage.
Really?
It just says when you take damage, so I think you.
Yeah, maybe you can. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, I mean that's another
I feel like I'm
facet
tripping
to
as
it.
well because I also think you can't, but the wiki doesn't say anything about it, so I think you can. I feel like it makes sense. I think I have had it drop soul hearts. I think when I'm on the blood donor.
Yeah, I actually don't remember, but it would make sense if you can. Either way, I think this is a fair placement for it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
This is my turn.
You
Huh?
have goat head.
I love Goat Head, man. I mean, who doesn't love Goat Head? It's so simple. It just gives you 100% double deal / angel chance every
Yep.
floor. But like
What is it?
that's so multiplicative, right? Because like
And I think a really nice. It's a minor thing, but I like how the door, like you can leave the boss room
Yes.
and come back later. The
I
door
agree.
always
I was
opens.
actually gonna bring that
That's
up.
really nice.
I was gonna bring that up exactly. The fact that you could leave and like you could like do min max stuff. Like I know this is a little specific, but if you have Sanguine
might have,
Bond
like,
and
a
Devil Deal or
Perthrow
something,
room somewhere on your floor.
Yeah.
Right? Like you might have a Perthrow, you use it, and you're like, well, I have a second one on my floor. I can go back for that.
Yeah.
And guarantee I can come back and reroll again. But before
100%.
that would be a 33% that you just.
especially if
Yeah,
you have
it's
those
just-
angel, especially if you have those angel deals that you know you want to reroll the key and the item as well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think no matter what, this is A tier somewhere. Even though yes, it does not technically have a stat effect. I think this is one of those utility items. I think, this is one of those utility items that, I don't know, man. Even like mid to later game, it's still useful. Like 100% chance.
If we were factoring in all of these based on you get them at the start of the run, I actually think I would say S tier. I think
I would too.
I wouldn't say S tier.
I would too.
That you could just get this like depth 1, and it will still be good, but it'll be a lot less useful.
I'd actually still say depth 1 is not too bad though, because that's 3 devil deals.
It isn't. It would still be like A tier at depth 1, but it's not S tier, so I can't justify S tier because of that.
Yeah.
I do think it's A tier though. I think it is actually higher than false PhD. I would actually say yes.
I'm okay with that. I mean, yeah, like 100% chance.
When do you not want Goat Head?
This is, you know, like this isn't like a percentage that you're getting. You will always get devil deal / angel deal.
You will always get it.
Like that's just amazing. Really good. This does equal devil deal chance. This is not like you're bombing the beggar. Anyway, let me stop.
There are the context for that.
Yeah, no, that's very valid.
Yeah, I do think compared to false PhD, sometimes you don't want false PhD, but when do you not want Goat Head? Ever? Like,
yeah,
Can
definitely.
you give me a scenario where you do not want Goat Head?
This might, honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's the top of A. Like, for the rest of the list.
Yeah, it probably is. Because I could argue S for it.
We got the long line of Guppy items next, though. It's your turn.
Okay, so we're considering the 1 in 3 Guppy as part of the item. So, I don't know where to put this, actually. Dead Cat's a weird one. We're also slightly considering that this is, like, the Lost's best item.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Well, second best item, technically, but yeah.
Oh god, where do you put this? I don't actually know. Help me out here.
Okay, elephant in the room, this obviously has the negative to, if you're running a red heart run, this will bring you to 1 red heart. That's actually a pretty massive detriment. There's a lot of times where you're running red health runs and you don't want to pick this up.
Yeah, there are times where you don't want to take this.
But, you know, if you're Lost or Keeper or any health related character, you always want to pick it up. Hell, there's even runs where you're running only soul heart runs and you gain a red heart out of it. So that could be helpful.
I feel like my gut feeling is B tier.
I think that's probably valid. 9 lives. I mean, hell, this is like one of the best items for Beast. Let's just be real.
Oh, it is really good for Beast.
Like, that's just insane.
You respawn in the room.
Yeah.
I will say I've definitely had runs with 9 lives where
you know
where
what?
I used the 9 lives. Like I will die to the boss 6 times and I'll win on the 7th.
God, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it though, maybe it's bottom A. Cause I'm thinking about it like I have so many cheese runs with this. Like I'll get it like early and I'll like sack room all my lives, or even blood dono. Or
I don't think it's A just because those runs are kind of situational.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the time you pick this up, you go down to 1 heart, and it does nothing.
Yeah. And it does still have a pretty massive negative. Like, there's a lot of runs where you're running a lot of red hearts, right?
I will say most of the time I will take this, even if it nukes my health, but I think it's probably B.
I actually might even put it top
depends,
of B, though.
It depends how much health it's nuking. Because if I'm really losing a few hearts, I'll usually take it, even if it does nothing.
I'd put it
third Guppy as well.
I'd put it top, not only because it's bar none one of the best no health character items, and on top of that, like even on red heart characters, like you get so much utility out of this.
Yeah. No, I've definitely had some runs where this has saved me. Like even at the end of the game, I got like just it unlocks something in you where you die with Dead Cat and you're like, okay, I need to do this on 1 heart. And I just get so focused.
Oh, you're so right though. I've had way back in my Rebirth Lost files, I remember, or maybe it was Afterbirth regular, I would die like 5 times to Mega Satan or whatever, and then finally I'd get that 1 life where I make it all the way.
Like, I'm not kidding. I have had a run where I had, I think, like 8 hearts. I somehow threw, and then I won with the 9 lives on 1 heart. Like,
yeah.
It just unlocks something with
it. It happens.
You're overconfident before. You're overconfident at the 8 hearts. You just throw, and at 1 heart, you're like, okay, I need to play at my
I can
level.
do this.
And you do it.
Ultra instinct.
And you can do it.
That's true.
Yeah, top of B is I'm fine with. Yeah.
This one, so this is like
this
is like discount Dead Cat in a way, but obviously it has no negative like Dead Cat does. 50% chance to revive. Obviously,
Don't rely on it.
yeah, don't rely on it. But I've had many times where I've had this where this has saved beast runs, like a lot. Like I'll die to beast and it'll revive me mid fight, and I'll be like, shoot, okay, and then I win the run. Like obviously,
Yeah.
you know, that's a little niche, but like I think against one of the hardest runs in the game, I think it's valid to bring it up. And yeah, I don't know. It does have very situational bank utility where I'd have it and I'd take a devil deal YOLO style, even though it kills me.
I would never do that.
I've done it a few times, but only early, like if the run's not that good. But I mean, you know.
I will say, I don't think I've ever really had this reviving in a run that matters, but you know how I told you that one run where I got R-Key in Void on the last boss? I Emperor carded out of Delirium, and then the boss gave me R-Key. That same run, I was Tainted Jacob that run. I got hit by Esau and died in like Caves 1 or 2, and Guppy's Collar revived me. So not only did I get the R-Key against Delirium, which was clutch, but I had the Guppy's Collar revive that run as well. It was a really cool run.
Pretty huge.
I still don't think it's...
I don't think it's ever as high as Dead Cat. Man, I just think it's one of those things where it's like, I'd still take this over Black Candle. Am I crazy?
Yes. Oh, well, no, it's got 1-3 Guppy on it. That's it. That's kind of important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's obviously that's one of the massive things.
Okay, because I was going to say this might be like a C.
If we're talking about items that most of the time
But I
don't
was
do
forgetting the
anything,
Guppy.
if we're talking about items that most of the time don't do anything, I'd rather have this as a backup.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, actually, it does have 1-3 Guppy. I don't know, 1-3 Guppy kind of, like, maybe I'm just, like, addicted to Guppy, even though I won't get...
Yeah, I mean, Guppy's... Hey, there's nothing wrong with being addicted to Guppy. Guppy is, like, top 10 most overpowered things in the game.
If I'm looking, like, at all of these, I'd probably take 1-3 Guppy over a Fame. If I'm being completely honest.
Damn, really?
But that's probably...
You know what? I kind of agree. Is that crazy?
But are we then ranking it too high? Like, because then Dead Cat also has to go there.
Wait, do I actually agree with that, though? Because when I really think about it, 1/3 Guppy versus an item that's not even good against bosses.
No, I do think a thing's better. Like, okay.
Well, obviously, as an item, it's better, but I'm just saying, like...
No, the smart play is probably a thing, because you're not going to guarantee get the 1-3 Guppy. But what I would do in the run is take the 1-3 Guppy.
I probably would, too.
I don't think that's actually the right play. I think, objectively speaking, we're being stupid for doing that, which predicted a Guppy. And I think, actually, it's B tier.
I don't know, though. Guppy's way stronger.
Yeah, but we're going for the 1-3, and we probably won't even get Guppy that run.
I think it's valid to at least put it here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree. If I had to go Black Candle, I think it's very slight, but I think I would go the color slightly.
Just because, you know, it's 1/3 Guppy, and, like, I just feel like the bank of the extra life, especially on a beast fight, is a little bit more reliable than the no curses.
Yeah. Okay, Guppy's Eye. Ooh, now this one is, like... This one might be A tier just because it has the 1-3 Guppy, but the actual effect is already, like, decent. Oh, it's not good, but it's alright. Like, it, so it shows you what's inside chests.
But it also shows you... It also shows you if... It also shows you... Yeah, shop... Like, bombable... Shopkeeper will tell you if there's, like, a nickel or coins in there, so that'll save you bombs. On top of that...
Yeah.
What I think is the most useful use of it, it tells you which blue fires have soul hearts.
Ooh, you're right. Yeah.
That's an insane effect. Honestly, best use of it. Good. Because
yeah, no, I think this is A tier just because the actual effect is decent, and then it's also 1-3 Guppy. So
do I really think it's better than Dead Cat though? I don't know. That's hard.
I actually think it is because
that is nice. Dead Cat has so much utility though. I'd actually move Dead Cat above a Thame. Am I crazy?
Yeah. I would put Dark Prince's Crown lower than Dead Cat, though. I don't think Dark Prince's Crown should be an IMO, in my onion.
No, well, the problem is that I think Dark Prince's Crown is quite a bit better than Dead Cat.
Well, then, that's fine, then. I won't fight too hard on it.
Imagine dead cat with Dark Princess crown.
That's
Huge.
the combo.
That's the combo.
Both STR.
Okay, I mean, what? Where'd you want to put this again?
I was gonna put it in A tier. I do actually think. Okay, this is the only Guppy item. I guess Guppy's poor also doesn't really have much of a downside.
It doesn't feel as
It
strong
kinda
as Dead
does,
Cat, though. I mean, yeah, it's a great utility item, but, like, I feel like I don't get as much, like, out of it. I mean, granted, I did just say the thing about the Soul Hearts and the Blue Fires, and that's pretty insane. Because Blue Fires...
You convinced me, because I was about to put it in A, then I was really thinking about it. I was like, is the effect that nice? It's probably still B. And then you convinced me again that it is actually an A.
Because Blue Fires are pretty, like... They're rarer than you'd think to spawn Soul Hearts. And, like, to be guaranteed sure that one's going to spawn one, like, that's great.
Wait, are you... No, it does show 5 places.
Yeah,
it does. Chests, 5 places, grab bags, and shopkeepers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it even shows from, no, never mind, I'm wrong about that. I was about to say skulls, but no, it doesn't show that. Either way, that's nice. I guess I'm okay with right here. That's fine, right?
Oh, I actually will say a really big aspect of this that I like. When you have a red chest devil deal, it will show nothing, but then that means you know it's the devil deal. And knowing when to trigger that devil deal on the red chest is quite important sometimes. I really like that aspect of it. That's actually probably one of my favorite things with Guppy's eye. Knowing if my red chest will take me to the devil deal.
Yeah, good utility item. I still don't agree with it being above Dead Cat, TBH.
I think we're looking a bit too much at the highs of Dead Cat and kind of ignoring all of the times where it's useless and you took it on your run and you lost red health and then it did nothing.
I guess that's valid. All right, fair point.
It's quite often.
Fair point. All right.
I think Guppy's eye is higher than Dark Princess Crown though.
Well then it'd have to go above Athame because I think Dark Princess Crown is above Athame.
You're wrong.
I think it's quite a bit better actually, because it's good against bosses.
Look, I would put Dark Princess Crown in B tier. So, like, can we just like even it out and we put Guppy's eye in front of Dark Princess Crown but behind Athame?
No, because in my eyes, this is quite a bit better than Athame.
Yeah, but in my eyes, it's below Gimpy. So.
Yeah, in my eyes, Athame is like low B.
But you've never used it.
But like even knowing about it, like yes, I could see the benefit in rooms. I see the benefit. It's just not good in bosses.
You are underrating it. You are underrating it. You haven't used it.
You're right. No, you're right. But listen, viewers, listen to me. It does nothing against bosses. Can anything like in A tier really be A tier if it's useless against most of the bosses?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You get so many soul hearts. That's insanely useful.
Yes, but a theme will make you take less damage on rooms, which lets you keep your soul hearts longer. So it's the same thing.
Debatable. Just don't take damage. Forehead.
A theme's better. Trust.
Okay, either Guppy's eye goes here or here. Full decision.
No, it goes between them. Just let
well,
me have
it
this
doesn't.
one
No,
please.
no, because I think this is above. The fact that I left this up, this below, is crazy to me. So, I think this is fair.
You said bottom of A for Dark Princes.
Well, yeah, because I knew that you were gonna want this to be above.
Got the eye in between. Please give me this one win.
No. Anyway,
What?
just no. Like, all right, fine. It's either here or here. Choose.
No, a theme is better than it.
They're equal in terms of how we feel about the two items. Like between the two of us, these are basically the same placement. So either this is right here.
I'd probably take a theme over the eye, to be honest. I do think, yeah, okay, we'll leave it fine. Leave it. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Next item. Who ranked that one? I think this is yours. I think Guppy's head is yours. Yeah.
I like Guppy's head. I mean, again, obviously 1/3 Guppy. Most of the time, though, I find the problem is that it's a reusable item. Most of the time, I pick this up.
Find something better.
I pick this up and then I just place it right back because I already have a better reusable item.
To be fair, though, that means at minimum it's 1 in 3 Guppy, and we're already kind of placing 1 in 3 Guppy in B tier.
Right.
Or like C.
I think my biggest comparison is this and Guppy's collar. Because the thing is that this is like a pretty decent reusable item. I mean, it's one charge room, right? It's just good against rooms.
Where I just don't get anything better, and Guppy said it's good enough that I will be happy enough keeping it.
I agree, it's good enough, and you know what? You're using it every room. It's like low-key budget Guppy, right? Kind of.
Not really.
At least against
I think it's
enemies,
better
like
than the collar. I think it's like right next to the collar better than it.
I think it's better. I guess I'm okay with that. I actually think it's a little worse. But I think it's fine. They're pretty comparable, I think.
I just think a lot of the time the collar does nothing, and even when you need to rely on it, you can't because you'll just die.
Yeah, but I think there's more times when Guppy's head does nothing.
Well, no, it's always giving you at least 1 in 3, which is the same as what collar gives you. But then collar's probably actually doing nothing. Well, I feel like
Yeah,
there's
but
a
you
fair
can
amount of
keep
runs where I
collar.
keep
You
the
can't keep exactly. You can keep collar. You can't keep.
Okay, you keep
Guppy's
collar,
head.
but if you never die on that run, it's irrelevant. Or if you die and you miss the 50, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, but if you get rid of
But-
Guppy's head, it's also irrelevant.
Yeah, only if you get rid of it, though. You might not. And I feel like there's more runs where I won't get rid of the head and I'll actually use it multiple times to run, compared to runs where I revive with Guppy's collar and it's mattered.
I mean that's fair. Like I said, I think they're very comparable.
Yeah.
I could see decisions for both. I don't know. That's fine. We could leave it like
Next
that.
item, though. Guppy's paw.
This is,
I have had, like, a whole character arc with Guppy's paw. I used to think it's not that special. It's just 1 in 3 Guppy. It's actually really good. And I still don't take it with me as my main active that often. But it's actually busted. Like, it's arguably S tier. Like, no, like, if we're talking just final boss, you take this to the final boss on a Red Hot run, you win. You just win. It does not matter. You have so much health.
Yeah.
Like,
so shout outs to all the OG Isaac fans out there, by the way. I don't know if you know about this. In Flash,
no health count.
Yeah, no health cap in Flash. You get infinite health in Flash. So you could just use this and like have like 40 soul hearts. It's ridiculous.
I want to say, on my wavy cap challenge, I did 1 attempt at it. The only reason that attempt made it so far, I think I died in like Dark Room. The only reason I made it that far is because I got Guppy's paw. It wasn't a permanent solution. I was losing health over time because I had maximum wave cap. I was getting hit all the time. But I would never have made it that far with that Guppy's paw. It extended my run by so much.
I think this is a run saver item. My only negative towards it and why I would put it here personally is because it is a reusable item. There's a lot of times where you still choose a different reusable item. But it is also one of the best reusable items, like in the game, like at least for fighting bosses. Because like Turt said, if you're running a red health run, you could take the red heart and then just turn it into 3 soul hearts as an empty heart container. Like that's insane. You have so many hits, like so many hits.
Yeah. In your Birthright video, you said Maggie is the highest HP character. Actually, having Guppy's paw is more HP than having Maggie Birthright. Just having Guppy's paw. Just having it.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, like utility-wise,
Maggie with Guppy's paw is crazy, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, this is a great item. I think this is a fair spot. What do you think?
Actually, kind of agree, yeah.
I feel like that's valid.
Again, I could arguably see Guppy's paw in S tier because it guarantees you a win if you have Red Heart, but it also is kind of a temporary solution.
But it's also
the final boss.
situational, and there's so many characters this does nothing for, like Lost,
And I do think
Keeper.
if I had to pick Goat Head or Guppy's paw, I'd probably take the Goat Head. To be fair, I think if I had to pick between False PhD and Guppy's paw, I take False PhD, but I think that's wrong. I think it's actually better to take the Guppy's paw.
Yeah, I think, and plus, obviously, still 1/3 Guppy on top of all that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think that
I think
this.
the 1/3 Guppy pushes it over the False PhD. Yeah.
If you're playing optimally, I think this has higher highs because you just have so much health.
Yeah. I think that's a good spot.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting one for you. The next Guppy item.
Why specifically for me?
Because I did Guppy's paw.
Oh. Well, I don't think this is that much of an interesting item. I think it's really good. I think it's better. I think it's the second best Guppy item we've done so far.
Really? I thought you were, I thought you've said before that I assumed you didn't like Guppy's tail because I remember you saying that you never get keys. And I thought like, oh,
what are you talking
doesn't
about?
like it.
What?
I 100
I don't know what you're talking about. I always have keys. Well, maybe not always, but anyway.
I remember I feel like I remember you saying that you didn't like, not that you didn't outright say it, but I feel like you implied that you didn't like Guppy's tail because
when the heck did I've never said that. Anyway, Guppy's tail is a great item.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You get more chests, and it's not even just golden chests, right? You get all types of chests.
So yeah, it's mostly golden though. Let me check the exact stuff. So I actually didn't know this. I only saw this today. I thought it was 1 in 3 chance that it replaces your room reward and nothing. It's actually a 2 in 9 chance. Insane. S tier.
Insane.
So it grants a 1 in 3 chance of replacing the room clear reward with a chest or a locked chest. Okay, it's only brown or gold chest. It's nothing else.
That's fine.
But then you have a 1 in, then you have a 2 in 9 of getting nothing, and then you have a 4 in 9 of getting what you would have gotten otherwise. So yeah, the problem with this is since you keep getting locked chests and you're not getting normal room rewards as often, you kind of get really low on keys. That is a problem.
I don't know. Every time I get this, I get so many keys because of brown chests, which a lot of times hold keys. So I never really have that issue.
Yeah, I will say.
I think this is one of the better utility items in the game. Like when I'm trying to break the game with like D20 or something, like this is because you get so many you just get so many chests, like very flat out.
I don't know. There are times where I pick up Guppy's tail, and then it's dumb. Like I shouldn't have done it.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think there's ever a negative to it.
That's kind of wrong. There definitely is.
I mean, I get what you're saying about the keys, but I think that's a non-argument because you get more keys out of the chests anyway.
Not really.
You definitely do.
You're definitely losing keys overall. So okay, it's a 2 in 9 to get nothing. Obviously.
Let's say you're losing keys overall, but like if you're talking about to golden chests, most of the time those have good items anyway. So who cares?
But there's a 1 in 3 you get a chest. If it's a brown chest, then sure you might get your key back. But if it's a golden chest, you need to spend a key, and you're less likely to get, like you're most likely just gonna lose a key from doing that.
You get freaking magic mush from that golden chest though. Like there's so many good items that you can't get in golden chests.
You can't get magic mush from a golden chest.
Yeah, you can. Am I wrong?
No, you really cannot. I think you're thinking Cricket's Head, but that was only an After Earth Plus. That's not a thing either anymore.
That's not a thing anymore?
Golden chest is just basically boss items. It's basically just the boss pool.
Well, either way, I'd take a stat up for a key any day. Like, that's free.
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed be a item. You could just open the chest and get...
You could also get keys from the golden chest.
Unlikely. Well, not unlikely, but less likely that you're going to
I think you're... I don't know. You're focusing too hard on the keys. Just look at it.
No, that is the whole point of the item. Like, when you pick it up, it says it's cursed. The curse is that you're not going to get keys. That is the curse. That's the
it's a non-curse, because I always have more keys when I have this.
Okay, do you ever take this, like, early in the game?
Yeah, all the time. I get it first floor all the time.
Yeah, I feel like I get this first floor, and I'll take it, because I want it. I want to pick it up. It's 1/3 Guppy, and it's good when you have the keys for it. And then I just will get screwed on keys. The whole run.
Well, that happens no matter what the run is anyway. I don't think that has to do with this.
No, it happens specifically with Guppy's paw significantly more often.
You mean Guppy's tail?
Way more often. Oh, yeah, Guppy's tail.
All right, well, where would you put it then? Let's do an even.
I think it might be like... I think it might still be A, but I think it's very bottom of A. I actually think I would almost prefer the Guppy's eye. Just because it has no downside. Maybe the tail's slightly better than the eye. I don't know.
Chests are so good though, is the thing. Like, okay, look away from the downside for now. Let's say you have a bunch of keys. Would you rather have more chests or like guaranteed soul hearts from blue flyers and stuff like that? I will actually say this.
I'm pretty sure that Guppy's tail with perfection is actually a downgrade. Because I think with perfection you're always getting chests. But in Guppy's tail, you still have the 2 in 9 that you don't get anything, and I think that will always happen. So I'm pretty sure with perfection, it's actually bad to have this. I think it's Tainted Lost. This is a bad item. Well, not a bad item, but
whatever. Anyway, answer my question. Would you rather have more chests or guaranteed soul hearts and the stuff you said about the cursed chests earlier? Yada yada yada. Let's say you have infinite keys.
Well, no, you can't say if you have infinite keys, because the whole...
Okay, fine, then you have no bombs to make use of Guppy's eye.
You don't need bombs to use Guppy's eye.
For blue fires, you do. That's the biggest use to me.
Okay, but Guppy's eye will help you get the consumables you need.
This will too! This gives you more consumables than any item in the game!
No, because Guppy's eye, you see a golden chest, and it's...
Are you crazy? This is the consumable item! You get so many consumables from this.
I'm kind of doubting if you've played with Guppy's tail.
What? I've been playing this for ages!
I'm joking. I'm just saying, have you never had a run with this screws over your keys?
No.
It happens all the time.
I haven't. I always have keys with this. I usually have more keys with this.
Are you saying you get Guppy's tail, you open every golden chest, and you're not screwed on keys?
I mean, maybe early game, but the moment it gets to mid-game... And you know what? Even if it does happen early game, which happens anyway, it doesn't matter if you have Guppy's tail or not, you get screwed on keys early no matter what. like most of the time. Like mid game and later, I always have enough keys. And guess what? If I did miss an item room or whatever because of using it on a golden chest instead, who cares? Planetarium chance. It really doesn't matter. Like, you miss one item room, big whoop. Like, you're gonna gain way more out of the chests in general.
I think bottom A, below the I. I don't know. I think you're underrating the keys a lot. The lacquer keys.
But it's not a it's a non-negative. I mean, one
It is a negative.
No, okay. Let's just put it in the even right now. I say it's up that you get more keys. You say you get less keys. So guess what? It's a non-negative. It doesn't do anything. So we have
get less keys.
No, objectively you can get more keys because you're spawning more keys out of the chests.
You get way less.
I get way more keys, Turt.
No, I can prove it. I can get up stream VODs.
I don't give a damn because I can tell you from personal experience I have more keys when I have this item.
I have evidence. I have VOD evidence.
I have evidence too. I have VOD evidence. Go check my VODs. I don't give a damn.
You don't. I mean, you have VOD evidence. You have VODs, but it won't be in your favor. The evidence won't be there. You're wrong.
What do you mean? It will be.
And stupid.
I've probably streamed.
Well.
I've probably streamed Isaac for longer than you have. How long have you been streaming Isaac?
I think I've streamed more often though. I streamed quite a lot.
No, I streamed a lot. I streamed my entire Repentance file, like and Afterbirth Plus actually. All of Afterbirth Plus. Yeah, all of my Afterbirth Plus accomplishments and Repentance accomplishments.
You're wrong and stupid and dumb and stupid as well, and also dumb and stupid. Guppy's tail is worse than Guppy's eye. Okay, it might not be worse than Guppy's eye, but I'm just saying the keys thing is objectively a problem that I don't know why you're ignoring. It just
no, because I think you get more keys. It's not that I'm ignoring it.
You literally are just wrong.
But I get more keys out of this than I don't.
You are literally just wrong. You just are.
Okay, again, discount the keys, right? Because then we'd have to discount bombs, and guess what? You have to discount keys on this too.
No, that's not how that works. Because the reason you're not getting keys is because of the Guppy's tail.
No, because you get more keys with Guppy's tail. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is a non-argument. For us, no, let's just say keys are not a factor. Because I think you get more, you think you get less. Guess what? Keep it as a non-factor. More chests or being able to see what's in the chest. What do you think is better?
More chests. But you can't
okay, well then just leave it like this.
Factor.
Of course I can. We're split. We are split. Our experiences differ. Our experiences differ.
Look,
you're misunderstanding. We've been doing this for the tier list forever. If our experiences differ, then we do the middle ground. That's the middle ground. It does nothing.
So even with the key thing, I actually don't disagree with the placement. I cannot fathom how you think you get more keys.
It's not that I don't think. Guess what? Check the VOD evidence. You were talking about VOD evidence. I have so much VOD evidence.
I think you're wrong. Anyway, let's just move on. We have a fundamental disagreement. I'm fine with the placement either way. Heartbreak is mine.
Whoever's watching this video, comment in the comments below if you think you get more or less keys, alright?
You get way less. It's not even close. Anyway.
You get way more. It's not even close, bro. Those brown and even the golden chests give you so many keys. Anyway.
I will say, though, on chest floor, great item. Anyway. Heartbreak. Ooh, interesting one. Now, this gives you good damage. It gives you plus 0.5 per broken heart you have, and it gives you 3 broken hearts. So it's plus 1.5 damage. That's pretty good. You are getting 3 broken hearts. However, every time you take fatal damage, you get 2 more broken hearts, which will raise your damage by plus 1 each time that happens. It will prevent you from dying and just give you 2 more broken hearts.
I believe Lost.
I think that's quite good.
This is 1 extra life for Lost, right? Like only once?
It's multiple, I think.
Is it? No, I think it's nerfed for Lost. I think it only lets you revive once with it.
It might be. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure that's like an actual nerf for it.
It actually might be.
But either way, an extra life item is an extra life item.
Oh no, they have full benefit of the item. This lets them survive 4 extra hits.
Really?
Each hit adding 1 damage, and the 5th is fatal.
Oh, well, that's incredible.
Actually insane.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. I actually thought it was nerfed.
Oh wait, I lied. It's plus 0.25 damage for each broken heart Isaac has. I could have sworn. Wait, what? Each hit adding 1 damage. So that's 2 hit. What? These numbers don't add up. I could have sworn it was plus 0.5. Maybe it used to be and it got nerfed. That confuses me. I could have sworn. No.
I mean, either way, this is a great item. I mean, this only gives you the cursed hearts if you die anyway, right?
You get 3 broken hearts no matter what.
Okay, when you
However,
pick it up.
But when you die, you get 2 extra. So you'll be at 5, then 7, then
So
9,
I guess
then
the
11,
negative
and
to
then
it
12.
is that you have to deal with cursed hearts no matter what. But you die when you die with this. It's not even like a death really, because you just
not a
stay. Yeah, you just stay alive.
I
Like,
will say
that's more health.
Doesn't work with devil deals. Don't try to steal devil deals.
Right. I actually do know that
You will
because
still die.
again, you're not. It's not an extra life. You're just
not
taking
actually
extra
dying, yeah.
hits.
Yeah, it's just preventing the hit. It's preventing the damage you took basically.
Yeah.
And just giving you broken hearts instead.
Which I don't know. I think that's pretty damn good.
I think it's still good. I think it's A tier. I like this item.
We have too many. I'd say we do this, huh?
I'm okay with it. Barely okay with it.
Um,
I'm barely okay with it.
what are we thinking?
I honestly think this is a quite good item, and it's more unique than Ceremonial Robes, and I think it gives you more hits than Ceremonial Robes. I think it's better than it, but worse than also okay.
How much damage does it give you?
So it gives you plus 0.75 on pickup, because that's 3 broken hearts. Every time you get hit and get 2 more broken hearts, that is plus 0.5 extra. Which isn't that much, but still, it is giving you about the same amount of damage as Sin Robes.
No, that's a lot
I don't know,
less. Let's just be real, because you're not gonna damage. You're not gonna want to take any more than maybe 1. Like basically, you're not using this for the damage up. Let's be real. You're using this for the extra hits.
Well, you're almost getting the same damage up on pickup. You're getting 0.75 versus 1. It's not that much less.
It's a pretty significant difference.
That's
Plus, you have way less
0.25
health.
is not.
You have way less health.
It's 0.25 in the formula. It's not that big of a difference, trust me.
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, because if I had to pick between losing 3 heart... Okay, let's say it's the exact same damage. Let's say they both give you 1 heart, which this gives less technically. I'd argue I'd rather take the 3 dark hearts and the damage rather than lose 3 containers for the entire run. Because, I mean, 3 containers is
if you get
a pretty negative.
If you get a confessional, you can actually get those containers back. You lose the damage. But
Yeah, but confessionals are pretty rare. Like, I feel like that's a non-argument. And plus, you lose damage if you get rid of the curse.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'd rather, honestly, just take the flat-out damage up and the 3 dark hearts. I think that's more beneficial. Yeah, you're right. This is definitely a more unique item. You're right. But I think
I think you are right. The Sin Rose is better, because I'm thinking about it. You lose 3 hearts, and you gain 4 hits. I guess 5 hits. You gain 5 hits. You're really only gaining 2 hearts.
And every time you use its extra hit mechanic, you're losing more containers for the entire run.
Yeah, but that's usually gonna, like, it might be during the boss. At that point, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you are right. Yeah, no, I actually think Sin Robes is slightly better. You convinced. You got the convince of me. I still like it. It's a good item.
How do we feel about moving both of these down to right here?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Just because I feel like these are a higher tier.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with that, because I was arguing that I was about to argue that Guppy's Tail should be in B tier because of the keys that you don't get. Anyway, go move on.
Yeah, I think this actually looks a lot better. I feel like these items are all comparable to each other. Same with this one.
Yeah, Guppy items are pretty
I know you're
similar,
gonna disagree with this, but just look at that tier
I don't
rate.
even disagree that much. I do think it should be lower, but it's okay there. It's fine.
That tier
Anyway,
rate,
you're
man.
gone.
That tier rate's so good.
Little Horn.
This is actually a good
I
one.
like Little Horn.
I feel like this is always like procking, unlike frickin' euthanasia.
Maybe this is better. Maybe this is better euthanasia. Let's see the odds.
Yeah, I feel like the odds are higher. Am I crazy?
It's 5%.
It is higher.
But it maxes out at 20%. So you get less of a max. At 15 luck, you get 20%. But it's 5%. And I feel like the damage it does when you actually hit is better.
A lot higher, I think. It's a lot higher.
12 damage each hit 3 times. So it does 36 damage.
Damn.
Just all the time. 36.
That's so good. Like, early game, when you proc this, like, oh, you destroy bosses with this. You get a perfection run with Lost. Oh my god. This is like one of the best items you get as Tainted Lost. Hard to argue. Like, this has carried me in early games so much.
Good. I mean, so what's kind of crazy is even though euthanasia is 3.3% and this is 5%, it's 50% more likely to proc than euthanasia in comparison. Like that, it's a small percent difference, but it does actually proc quite a bit more often just because of that.
Yeah.
5% is every 20 tiers. Yeah, it's every 20 tiers instead of every 30 tiers. That is actually quite big when I say it like that.
Yeah, and like, again, the damage you get from it is pretty massive, especially early game. I mean, really think about it. 36 damage, like, goddamn. Like, that's a high damage.
Here's another way to put it. So Euthanasia triples your tier damage, but you already would have done 1 damage. So it's basically doing, like, whatever your tier damage is, multiply that by 2, that's how much extra damage you're getting.
I would argue...
You would need to have, what, like 16 damage? Or no, 18 damage. No, 16 damage. I was right. No, I can't. It's 18. It was 18. You need to have 18 tier damage for Euthanasia to do the same amount as Little Horn. And then the more, if you have higher than 18 damage, then it does a lot more. But I think if you have 18 damage, you're probably fine anyway.
Wow.
So I think the Little Horn being flat is better.
You know, the more I think about this item, like, I think...
It's not this.
Well, I know. I think it's at least here. It doesn't seem like it would be. But, like, really think about it for a second. It's really good against bosses. It's good against regular enemies, because why not? It's one of the best luck-based tier effect items in the game. Let's be real. Like, if you have perfection or just a lot of luck in general, like, really think about this for a second. You're spitting out horn shots 20% of the time if you're at the max luck chance. That's insane.
Yeah.
20%? Granted, obviously that's at a lot of luck, which probably won't happen. But I mean, perfection
So
is a thing.
it scales slower than Euthanasia does, but it is,
Yeah, but it's so much stronger.
Yeah.
And it has the
higher base is quite nice as well.
Yeah. I would actually,
It is stronger.
I'd actually hard say it's there. I think that's very fitting, to me at least. What do you think? I think it's way stronger than these, honestly.
Would I say that it's higher than Sin Robes?
I think you do. I think you discount Syndromes a bit too much. Would I take a flat out damage up over Little Horn? Probably.
I think I prefer unique effects, and I really like.
Well, and I agree. I mean, granted, if I have a high luck, yes, I pick this. But I think most of the time, I don't have high luck. I usually just have like base.
Well, no, I'll say it like this. At base damage, the fact that you're doing 36%. Well, for one, you're insta killing regular enemies, so that's always good. And then you're doing 36 damage base to bosses, which is good if you have low base damage. If you have high base damage, yes, the 36 damage is less relative. However, also picking up Sin Robes would be less relative because
I think if I had to be 100% honest with you though, I think this is kind of the opposite to Athame, in which I think this item is basically only really good against bosses. Because if you think about it, well, no, it is. Don't get me wrong. No, it is. Don't get me wrong. But I think its percent chance kind of disables it from really proccing that often in rooms, because you're killing enemies usually before you see it anyway. You're more often than not seeing this in bosses, and if I had to really compare these two items, you're getting the damage up 100% of the time.
But I have a tiebreaker, okay? I have a tiebreaker. I did not know this was a mechanic. I just read it on the wiki literally right now. It gives you 3.5 contact damage. That hits twice a second.
That's ass.
Book of Shadows, you get a synergy.
That's ass. That's ass.
Yes, but it's a tiebreaker.
No, it's not. This has 3 dark hearts. I wasn't even considering the dark hearts. This is so much better, bro.
Hey, you use Unicorn Stump?
Tiebreaker, do you get dark hearts with Little Horn? I don't think so.
Yeah, but you take less damage because...
I don't know, man. No, listen, and like I said, this is still a great item. The fact that it goes this high is pretty awesome, like when you really look at it. But the flat-out damage is good the entire run. No matter where you are, you don't have to worry about getting the percent chance. Obviously, if you have high luck, I think this definitely is better. But it's a bit conditional. Damage up is always amazing, and 3 dark hearts is always insane. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I would do. If you really have a strong opinion otherwise, then I guess I could put it.
I will say the no black hearts does kind of matter. I mean, I would even...
It matters a lot.
Countering in health, then I feel like Heartbreak and Sin Robes should be next to each other all the time.
I don't know. I think
slightly worse.
I disagree with that, because the more I think about this item, it's not as good. I think it's a little deceiving. Because, like, yes, it's useful, especially on characters like Lost. But, like, on regular characters, I almost want to say it's almost even more of a negative than it is a positive. If you're guaranteed getting 3 cursed hearts means you have 3 less hits. Like, and its damage up is not even that much.
Okay, you get 3 less hits, but then when you're about to die...
Yes.
You get 5 extra hits.
But if
So
that
it's really
happens,
giving you
if
plus
that
10.
happens any earlier than the final boss of the run, then you're screwed. Let's be real. Because you're losing way too many heart containers for the future bosses. So this is only really applicable to the final boss of the run.
Okay, but that's like kind of a worst case scenario. But in that scenario, it also
I wouldn't say it's a worst case scenario. That happens pretty commonly, I feel like.
But it would have also just saved your life. I don't think the 3 hearts. If you died to regular room, if you were in a regular room and died, I don't think the 3 hearts at the end of your health. I don't think you had them in the first place. Like, I don't think you ever would have had them in that scenario.
I don't know. A lot of times I'll pick this up when I already have max health, which I probably shouldn't have, to be fair. Like, you just not pick it up at that point. But, like, I don't know.
No, but I think if you have 9 hearts, you're not losing all 9 hearts. I think you're fine. You're not going to die that run.
Well, it depends on the run.
I think in a run where you actually died and Heartbreak gave you the hearts, I don't think you ever had 9 hearts. I think you probably had like 6 maximum.
All right, so I guess the comparison you're making is, do you think it should be here or here?
I think Little Horn. If you want to say Sin Robes is better, which I am kind of agreeing, I think Heartbreak and Sin Robes are kind of close together, and I don't know. It feels wrong putting something between them.
All right, I would personally do this, but I'll accept that. I mean, I do see the highs of this item, obviously, and it is admittedly very good on no life characters, so
and also,
fine.
We do have to factor in the Lost. That's
what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Good on the Lost.
No, that's the only reason why I'm okay with putting it here, really. If Lost didn't exist, I would actually even go as far to say that this could be a high B tier, as crazy as that sounds.
This actually isn't blacklisted from Tainted Lost either, so this actually might be one of Tainted Lost's best items.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Like, that you can actually find.
Really?
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's kind of a weird one. I mean, what is this called again? Just the Razor?
Yeah. Is this my one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, you placed...
It doesn't matter, just do it, bro.
I think it's my place. Okay. It blocks shots now. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of, like, regular orbital... Orbitals are okay, but they're not the best thing in the world. They're just orbitals.
I think it's probably... It'd be a little disingenuous to say that I would take this over the bombs, honestly. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you can hit enemies with it and they'll bleed. Cool, I guess.
But it doesn't even do that much damage.
It blocks shots. It's one orbital. Honestly, maybe the bomb's curse is better. Maybe having the bombs early game and then having poison bombs can be useful if you
Beast.
Like sometimes Beast is good as well.
Yeah,
honestly, it's
I also just think there's way better orbitals in the game.
Yeah, it does block shots at least. It didn't used to.
Yeah.
That was trash, but now it does.
I still think there's way better orbitals though.
Yeah, although I'm also thinking, like, are we underrating this just because it used to be so bad in
No.
Plus that we kind of like scuffed
No,
life?
I don't think I am. I just think like all of the items above it are just stronger than an orbital in general.
Well, I'm not really saying it goes any higher than D. Or it could go in C maybe, but it probably goes above Bob's Curse is what I'm kind of thinking. But it might not.
I don't know. I would unironically take over. I'm discounting the bleeding because let's be real, that barely ever comes into play. I'm just counting it as an orbital. I think I'd rather take 5 bombs over an orbital.
Where would you rank a single cube of meat? Guaranteeing you don't get any more, just a single cube of meat.
Well, cube meat's a much better orbital because you do way more damage with it. Probably bottom of C.
Okay, in that case...
But cube meat's a lot better of an orbital.
I do think blocking shots is more relevant than the bombs. But
yeah. I don't know, man. Whatever. Fine. All right, let's move on.
I'm surprised I'm surprised I had to convince you for the blocking shots when you love your pretty flies from like...
Well, because pretty flies, you get 3. Like, you're comparing 3 pretty flies to 1 orbital.
Anyway, Pandora's box. Go ahead. Go.
Pandora's box. I mean, this changes for every floor. Y'all don't have to worry about all the stats stuff about it. Most of the time you get some soul hearts, or you get a boss room item, or I think some floors you get a devil deal item. It could do a lot of different stuff depending on what floor you're on. You could save this for the floor that you want.
Devil deal item is only if you're on Shoal. It's an angel item on Cathedral. That's the kind of situation where you have to be on that exact route.
But I mean, can come in clutch. If you don't have a better reusable item, you could save this.
The Bible on Worm 2 is funny.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you need to get that mom's heart kill and you don't have a good run, there you go. You know what? At its worst, it'll give you some soul hearts, right? I think that's like the worst thing you get out of it.
At its worst, I would say it's 2 bombs and 2 keys on basement 2.
Yeah,
which is still okay.
It's still whatever, you know. Use it. Really
Actually,
quick.
I would say the 20 pennies on depth 2 is also pretty bad, but that's.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it is on depths too, but hell, that's the last shop. You can still make use of that. That's a lot.
Yeah, you could buy it.
It's a lot of coins.
5 cents. But yeah, anyway.
It's a lot of coins. I don't know. I think highest of C makes sense to me.
I will not disagree with that.
I think I'd rather take the double items overall, but I think the highs of Pandora's Box are pretty high, to be fair.
I will want Euthanasia higher than it, but otherwise I'm fine with it. I think I'm underrating Euthanasia just a little bit.
No, I don't think I am.
I think you are. It's not that much worse than Little Horn. Like, it is worse than Little Horn. It's not that...
I think it's a lot worse than Little Horn. Are you kidding?
It's not that much worse.
It's way worse than Little Horn. But I'll agree with you, I guess. I mean, it is still a decent tier effect, but I don't think they're comparable at all. I mean, there's a reason why they have such a disparity in tiers.
Yeah. Pentagram.
Flat out damage up. I think any damage up should go A tier. Hot take.
I disagree. I think damage ups go at least B. And then if it's a good damage up, like it's got a good secondary effect, like Sin Robes, then it can go into A. This one does have a good secondary effect though. It gives you Devil Chance.
I put it
like a lot. But
I put it at least here.
I would actually say this is the problem because you would prefer a regular damage up over a theme.
100%.
But I'm okay.
No, it's not wrong at all. A damage up does way more to bosses than a theme does. Tell me I'm wrong. Why do you care so much about rooms?
Because that's half the game.
But the bosses are the hardest parts. Rooms you just fly through.
To be honest, I feel like a lot of runs, the rooms actually like when I get to the boss, I'm already broken. So it's only really the rooms that matter. Anyway, I'm okay with it there. It doesn't. I'm not gonna fight it too hard.
And besides that, you know, while yes, a Theme is better for rooms than I'd say a damage up. Like damage up is good against both rooms and bosses. So I think like it gains that, you know.
Yeah, I'm fine with it there.
I'm okay with that.
You place the one I was meant to place. That's fine. You just place Plan C as well.
Oh, okay. This one's interesting. It kills you after 3 seconds of using it, but then it does like 1,000,000 damage to everything. Right?
It kills everything first and then kills you 3 seconds later. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you get boss achievements with this, but like, I feel like I never actually use this. It's kind of like
I personally hate that you can get a boss achievement and then die in the same run. I don't count that as a win.
Yeah,
like, unless
I mean,
the end screen actually plays.
I guess being fair, it's not terrible, but
I will say
I just don't like it.
Reworked. This is one of Lazarus's best items.
That is true. That's actually kind of crazy. I don't know. I just don't like it.
With it is
I just don't like it.
One phase of a boss, so like you have to still get Mother to phase 2 and then play.
Unironically, very good point. I agree with that. Because of that, let's put it bottom C.
Where were you gonna put it before then?
I don't know. I mean, it is an instant kill, assuming not boss forms.
I was gonna argue this is E. Like,
I'm okay with that.
Okay, again,
I was being too objective. Let me put my opinion into it. E.
You also think it's E. I thought you were okay. So here's the thing. It's a bit of a criteria difference. We're ranking this on completion marks, which is why I think it probably should be a little bit higher. But I personally care a lot about streaks, and in streaks it's E for sure. But for completion marks, it might need to be a bit higher. So there's some things. It works on Delirium, but only if you pause buffer, which is a bit. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And you still die on the run, but it will kill Delirium right before you die. Only if you pause buffer. You have to pause buffer the static effect. It does not. Let's see. You have to.
Just
I'm
leave it
not
in
sure
E.
what
I don't.
bosses
I don't.
work.
Honestly, I don't even really want to talk about it anymore. It's a lame item. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Well, no,
keep
yeah,
in
it
E.
doesn't give you. If you use it on phase 2 of Mother and you don't have a revive, you die before you get the mark. I think Ultra Greed, you die before you get the mark. Yeah, there's still quite a few that. Yeah, let's just leave it in E.
Red key.
Red key.
This is
Red
you, I
key.
guess.
A tier. A tier, but where in A tier is the question.
I am gonna give you a super hot take. I think it's B tier.
Well, you're wrong because we ranked it A tier on the secret room vid, and I think it's still A tier here as well.
Did we?
Yes.
Did we really?
I think it's A tier. I think it's A tier. I think it's better than damage ups. In fact, I would say it's between false PhD and sin robes. Yeah,
The thing I dislike about red key is that I think it needs less of a charge.
I think its charge is actually perfectly fine. I think it's actually the exact right amount.
I don't
I think the
know.
laser would be too good.
I think
Look, okay,
the
you get
the thing with
okay,
it is
no,
that
say it like this. Say it like this.
Is
In
that-
secret room vid, we need to go deeper near the top of B tier, and we need to go deeper gives you an item every floor. Red key also gives you an item every floor.
that is not
However,
necessarily
if you-
true. You do not always get an item every floor.
If you're good for looking the room, then yes.
No, you could just get unlucky.
Do you know the rules to find the room?
Well, yeah, I know how to find Ultra Secret. No, you're right. For some reason, I forgot Ultra Secret Room was a thing. Fine, do this.
Oh yeah, if you're forgetting ultra secret room, like that's.
For
like,
some reason, I completely forgot Ultra Secret Room was a thing. No, you're right.
But yeah, but with the ultra secret room is there, and then you could also high roll. Like sometimes you get an angel deal out of nowhere. If you get a shop with this, for some reason, it's like a tainted keeper shop. It's weird.
Yeah, Ultra Secret Room is
Yeah.
basically like angel deals. You get a lot of quality 4 items in there. Ultra
Well,
Secret
no,
Rooms.
the ultra secret room used to be angel, but now it's just items that are red. Literally just items that have the color red.
Oh,
That's it.
really?
Which is
That's
a bit of a
odd.
mixed bag. So Sacred Heart is in there. So is Isaac's Heart. There's just a bunch of. I don't actually know if the pool's good or not, but it is an item. So.
Whatever. Whatever. That's
Sure.
fine. I'm okay with that. This one is very. This is like the definition of situational. So this sacrifices 2 of your familiars if you have 2 familiars, and gives you a double deal item, I believe, if that's true.
Yeah, you can also sacrifice 1 and get. It gives you a devil deal item per familiar at a max of 2. So you can get 2 devil items if you have 2 familiars. but you
Wait,
get 1 if you have
you get 2 devil deal items if you have 2 familiars,
Yes.
and you get
Yes.
3 if you have 3.
No, it maxes at 2.
Oh, well, then never mind. I was about to be like,
So
wait.
it's 1 or 2.
The highs of that are insane. You have 5 familiars, you get 5 devil deal items. Okay, so if you have 1 familiar, you get 1 devil deal item. Is that right?
Yes, and if you have 2, it will do 2. If you have more than 2, it will sacrifice a random 2.
I actually thought differently about this. I actually thought you could only use this if you had 2. I didn't realize you could use it at
No,
1.
you can use it whenever. You can even use it at 0, but why? Actually, no, I don't think you can use it at 0.
No, I don't think you use
can
it at 0.
1.
Yeah.
Using it at 1 to get 1 item is fair. Like,
Either way, I still think it's situational.
what's
but I-
good is temporary familiars can count for this. Like, if you have Monster Manual, you can use it and then sacrifice the Monster Manual. Stuff like that. You have ways to get temporary familiars. Not super relevant, but you can do it.
I don't know. I feel like I never get huge highs out of this, but I could see the highs, obviously. I feel like most of the time I get this, maybe I'm just unlucky. I don't have any familiars.
I think so too, because I was gonna say this is like.
Again,
where you're gonna put.
Again, it's very situational. I mean, it's hard because I see the highs. I think I'd rather Pandora's Box though. Is that crazy?
I was gonna say at least B tier for this.
You think so?
B tier then. Yeah. I think.
Man, I'd rather have every one of these items over this though.
I wouldn't. I would rather have Sack Altar over Black Candle. I like how we said Black Candle was probably gonna be top of B. How things changed. Sack Altar. No, I would rather have a Guppy item, but I think I would rather have a Black Candle. Yeah. Does depend. If I don't have, okay, I think if I don't have a familiar, I still I might take Black Candle in that case, but I still might take the Sack Halter. If I have a familiar, I will definitely take it over Black Candle or just use it straight away. But if it was a Guppy item, I think I would just guarantee go for the Guppy item, because that's already kind of a good Devil Deal item. So I think that makes sense.
Alright,
That makes
whatever.
sense.
I don't have that many strong
Oh,
feelings about
Sanguine
it.
Bond mine one? Is Sanguine Bond mine one?
No, this is mine.
I think it is my one. What was
Whatever.
the last one we did?
The box. You did the box, right? Alright, fine. Do this then, whatever.
Sanguine Bond, I love Sanguine Bond. This is... it's not A tier. Even though I love it, it's not A tier. It's B tier though.
I don't even think it's B tier, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I had a feeling. What do you think?
I mean, I do think it's at least C. Because, like, realistically, you can get pretty OP from this, but let's be honest. It's such a... My problem with this item is that you have to get it somewhat early because you still need to spawn a Devil Deal to have this. I guess it could spawn in the Devil Deal that you pick it up if you got it in a Devil Deal. Or is this even a Devil Deal item?
Yeah, they buffed that now, so now it actually does spawn as soon as you pick it up.
Either way-
I liked it before that was a thing.
Either way,
So
this is the cursed room pool, so we're not counting that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get a Devil Deal, and, like, you have to sacrifice a lot of health to get the effects, in which case you might not be able to get your Devil Deal. After you get your Devil Deal, like, I feel like this should... Wait, does this spawn in the cursed room? Or is it just Devil Deal? This spawns in the cursed room? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I thought differently about this item. Okay, it's a little bit better than I thought it was then. I thought it was only Devil Deal.
Well, even if it was only Devil Deal, like, you get it spawns a spike in the Devil Deal, you pick it up now, so...
Okay, so this spawns every cursed room.
Oh, no, sorry. You can get the item, it's in the curse room pool. I thought you were, like, tripping and thought it wasn't in the pool. No, it doesn't
What?
spawn
No.
the spike in the curse room. It spawns in the Devil Deal.
Oh, okay, so it is like I thought. Then no, yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
C tier. My main issue is that it only spawns in Devil Deals. Actually, I think it should spawn in cursed rooms. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Do you know what the percentage payouts are of this? Because I think knowing
Yes,
that
and it's
makes it a lot
high.
better.
No, it's high. I understand that, but it's situational, and you can't really use it as much as you want to, even in the Devil Deals that you get lucky enough to get it in. It's way too situational, man.
I've had quite a few runs where this breaks my run. Like it.
I've had
runs
two.
where this is S tier.
I've had two, but like more often than not, it just does nothing.
I don't even agree. I feel like even on runs I don't get as much use, I'm still getting at least +1 damage. I am sacrificing health for that damage, but still.
It's always worse than all the damage ups then, no matter what.
I just think it's like bottom B at least. Like, no, I like my Sanguine Bond.
I don't know, man. I think it's cap. How about top of
I
C?
love my that's fine. That's fine.
I just think it's cap.
I love
I'm
my-
sorry. I'm sorry. Like,
I love my Sanguine Bond.
thinking about it logically, it just doesn't make sense.
You might be right. I just love my Sanguine Bond, okay?
I like the item too. I just wish it got a rework. Like, I like the idea of it, but honestly, what I just said there about it spawning in cursed rooms, I think it would be a lot better.
I'm not kidding. If it spawned in Curse Room, this would be an S tier item. It would be way too powerful. I'm not even kidding.
I mean, I feel like it should be powerful though, right? Like it's a Devil Deal item. Like,
I think it would be too powerful. But it's already S tier, even though it just spawns in Devil Deal. Putting it in C is crazy. It's S easy. No. I like it. Even I couldn't justify saying A tier. I wanted to say A tier. I just said B because even I can't justify A.
yeah, but do you really
I
think
think
it's do you think it's logically better than any of this stuff though?
No, that's why I said bottom of B.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's significantly worse than all this, so...
You're probably right. No, actually no. I'm fighting. I would rather have this than Codric and Below every day. The highs of Sanguine Bond is so much higher.
Fair enough.
And Black Candle... Black Candle's kind of nice. Whatever. It's
Alright.
fine.
God, this item sucks ass. This is your turn, huh?
No, this is your turn.
Oh. I mean, realistically, it can't be F, right? Because it doesn't technically do anything. I'll put bottom E. How about that?
Okay, this item can die. When it's done 666 damage, you lose it permanently.
Why?
So, it turns into a, but then when it disappears, you now gain contact damage on your body. Which is only useful in your shadows. So cool like
Who cares?
It's so weird.
What a dumb
so
item.
weird.
I want to.
so
I
dumb.
want to put it in F tier, but it's technically not detrimental. So
Yeah, it's not detrimental. I think actually bottom of E does make sense though. I would rather have plain C. At least I can sometimes get cheese.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's just so nothing. It's just so nothing. Okay, tarot cloth. Ooh, this is B tier, I think. Yeah, B tier.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't think it has. Maybe old terra cloth I would have put an A, but there's a lot of nerfs to
I
it
agree,
now.
Old one.
But I do still think it's a
it's
really
not
good utility item. Obviously, you get a
It
lot
is
of
really good.
you get a lot of really good stuff out of this. God, I'll never forget my rebirth lost, or I guess it was afterbirth lost Mega Satan fight. Terra cloth alges. I mean that's old terra cloth though, but that was really good though.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, it is really good utility. I'd say its utility is higher than Gimpy. I feel like Gimpy's too high. Am I tripping? I feel like it's lower than both of these.
Disagree. I think it is where it should be.
All right, fine. Where would we put this though?
I think a bit lower than that. I think I would.
I think it would go at least
think I
above
would rather
this.
I think I would rather Black Candle all the time.
I think this is too high as well.
It's a devil item. Like,
Yeah, but if you don't have a familiar, it does nothing. And a lot of times you already have a good
you will.
reusable item.
you will have a familiar, and if you have two familiars, it's two devil items. That's crazy.
But it's kind of situational.
I don't care. It's devil items.
Yeah, but usually you can't bring it with you because you already have a reusable item.
Yeah, most of the time you can just use it on the spot. Like, you're gonna have a familiar usually. Like, it's not that rare to have some random like.
All right,
familiar.
whatever.
Like even
So,
a pretty
whatever.
pretty
So
fly
this
you can
one-
sacrifice. Like,
This one then?
I think right there. It might be higher than Black Candle, maybe.
I do think it has a stronger effect, probably. It's a shame. Black Candle has fallen from grace.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's good. It's just it is also a little bit.
It does have
Nothing
it does
but-
have some really high highs though. Like this with like a Hierophant or something. Like 4 soul hearts from one card is
Yeah.
really crazy.
It's actually 3 now. They nerfed it.
Oh really? Well, either way, 3 soul hearts is pretty crazy.
For her. Yeah.
All right, the mark. So what? This is speed up, damage up.
Yeah. Speed up, damage up. Plus 1 damage,
Um,
so same as pentagram, but then it gives you speed up instead of double chance.
what do you think is better, devil chance or speed?
I think the devil chance is better. I think
Alright,
it's right next
so-
to it though.
so we'll put it there,
next. Oh, it gives you a black card as well. The
Oh,
black
never
card
mind.
actually might push it.
Never mind, it's higher.
Yeah.
100%.
Black card.
I already think the speed and devil deal chance are kind of equivalent in a way. Like you could make an argument for either, but the dark card definitely.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, this is. I mean,
Um,
this is free. I feel like this is definitely above ceremonial robes, right?
Yeah, the pact is
I mean, it's definitely higher. I don't think that that's
It
an
is
argument at
more
all.
damage. I
It's
think
two.
it's just right
It's
there,
it's
actually.
two
It is
soul
just right
hearts.
there.
It's one dark
just
heart.
right there.
It's one soul heart less technically, but
yeah,
like
it's just right there. It just is. It just is.
Yeah.
The damage is higher than what you get. It's less damage. It's 0.5 damage versus plus 1 damage, but you get 0.7 tiers.
Yeah.
So it's higher overall. Yeah, it's just right there. That was technically my placement, but that's fine. You do Razor Blade.
Razor Blade. Man, am I just a hater of Razor Blade? I want to put this in E so bad, but I see the benefit.
E.
I see the benefit, but like, man, I'll put it at top of E. I think it has more use than all these.
I think Curse of Tower's better.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't think it is, man. I mean, I like
think it is. I like
I
it.
like the tower better, but I think objectively speaking, this is better. You can control this.
Yeah, because the tower though.
Is funny. It's funny.
It's good. You give Bob's Curse, you fill the rooms with poison.
Bro. You could also have a bunch of hearts and like cheese a boss.
I think Kazutowa has potential to just win you the run if you have the right like bomb synergies.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic though. Like for some characters, this item's really good. Like,
but Razorblade is an active item. You have to use your active slot. You have opportunity cost on Razorblade. There's no opportunity.
That's all you had to say. The fact that you said it was a reusable item, that's all I needed to hear.
Yep.
Okay.
Battlesheet Twin. Okay. In the secret room list, we put this in like top of D. I actually think it should be an E. I'm thinking about it more. Like I said, an argument for it that if you're a character, so in case you don't know what it does, it doubles the boss at the end of the floor. Only like a regular boss that drops the boss item, not any story bosses, so don't worry about that. But it doubles the boss at the end of the floor. It is a bit of a weaker boss. I think it's like 75% of the HP. I think it like splits them. But you are fighting two bosses at once, so you're gonna take more damage. But they both drop a boss item. Now, personally, I think that on the runs that can beat both bosses, you don't really need the extra boss item. You're probably doing pretty well already if you can handle two bosses. The runs that can't handle two bosses will die. And those are the ones that need the two boss items the most, and they're not going to be able to get it because they're going to die first. I think it's just bad. Like, I don't think it's F. But
I could even see the argument for F.
I feel like F might be a little bit too harsh because
I
don't think it's a never take. I don't think it's a never take. That's the thing.
I know, but like, who cares if it's a never take? Like you said. I mean, sorry, that's not what I meant. Like you said, even when you do take it, who cares at that point? Because you're already strong enough. You don't need the extra boss items at that point.
Yeah.
I think it almost always makes the run as a whole harder.
Yeah. The only scenario I see is if you get an easy, like, first boss. Let's say you did need the boss item, but you get an easy boss. Like,
but you can't even, like, control it is the problem. Like, you could just get, like, low blub or something.
I mean,
as
personally, I think you cannot go to alt path with this item. I think going to alt path is suicide.
God! I didn't even think about that. That's so terrible.
So you can't go to alt path. If you're on main path, you could still get a boss that's really bad. Like, what if you get, like, a Bombino in caves? Like, you're just dead.
Alright.
Like,
I've heard enough. I think it should go F. But, like, below this. Like, this is still worse. But, like, let's be real here. Double bosses, man. When I really think of this item, I can't even think of a time that I really can't even think of many times where this has helped me. Maybe I'll make it through the run. But, like, that barely ever happens either. Usually when I pick it up, I lose.
I will say, I've gotten this item very few times. So my placement of it is purely just logical. I'm just kind of trying to be logical. Like, the runs that are powerful don't need the items. The runs that are weak might just die.
I don't want this to...
That's all I'm going off.
I don't want this to just be skill issue either, though, is my problem. Like, I've used this a lot, and I just always die. Like, I don't know.
Okay, I would argue, even if you don't die, like, even if you're good and you don't die, I still think one extra boss item, like, I'll put it this way, I would just, every day, I would rather have just more options. I get to see two and only take one.
Definitely.
Like,
that's actually a good point, like, definitely. Yeah, no, let's just leave it in F. What do you say? Just keep it there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a lot of boss items that's like, you'll get range up as the second boss item. Like, who cares?
Yeah, you're not even killing, because, yeah, I think that's another good way of putting it. I almost feel like this should, like, instead of giving you an extra boss item, it should, like, change all boss items to, like, quality 4 items or something crazy. Because, like, the difficulty enhancement, especially on alt path, is so massive. Like, you're making the game way harder.
What if it was chaos? What if it was a chaos boss pedestal? Or, like, not even guaranteed. What if it was, like, 50% chance that it's a chaos pedestal? It'll make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah,
like,
something like it. I mean, I think it should just be guaranteed chaos if you're going that way. Like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it here, though. I think most of the time you just die. It's a shame, because it's a unique item, but it's just not that good. Is you?
You're ranking...
No.
Yes, you're ranking it.
Oh, okay.
You're ranking
I like this one. I mean, it's another take damage, get benefit. It's not as good as Bloodlust. I know it's not on this list, but it's comparable. Because obviously you're not getting damage, you're getting more protection, but you only get the protection after taking hits, so it's kind of weird.
No, these aren't block shots. These just deal damage. They don't block shots.
They don't block shots at all, really?
They do not block shots at all.
I don't even think they do that much damage, huh?
They do a fair amount of damage. They do... It's based on the floor. It's 3 plus 0.1 times current floor take 1. So, I don't know. It's all contact damage.
Oh, I think it's mainly for contact damage.
It is for contact damage. No, they don't shoot. So I don't know why it said that. I'm very confused.
It's only for contact damage.
Anyway.
3 damage per tick of contact damage, which makes more
it's
sense.
7.5 times Isaac's... These numbers on the wiki don't make sense. It's 15 ticks per... What? I'm so confused. Okay, it's equal to 0.5 times Isaac's damage per tick. I don't know what that other formula was. It's 7.5 times Isaac's damage per second, I think. We'll just say that.
God, it doesn't shoot. It doesn't block shots. You know, I always really liked this one, but realistically speaking, it sounds kind of ass.
Yeah, I think it's D.
What?
Like, you said you like it? I'm like, really? But I think it's D. I think it's probably the best D tier item. You can kind of shred with this, but it's still kind of just D.
I can't believe it doesn't block shots. I really thought it did.
If it blocked shots, it'd be way better. Like, significantly better. But, yeah.
All right. Well, moving on.
My turn. This is the 1S tier item. It's... This item made... The buff to it, well, basically when it got actually added to the game, because before this buff, it didn't exist in item pools. When they gave Tainted Lazarus the functionality that this can give you double items on pedestals, it made him from one of the worst characters in the game, arguably worse than...
It turned him from the worst character in the game to the 4th worst character in the game.
Personally, I think he's a good character.
He is not a good character! Bro, in the comments, tell me how much you hate Tainted Lazarus, please. Anyway.
Tainted Lazarus is good, and if you hate him, then I respect your wrong opinion. Anyway.
Thank you for respecting my correct opinion. But anyway, no, the item is good. It's just that Tainted Lazarus sucks ass.
The item is busted, though.
Yeah, the item itself is busted. On any character besides... Well, obviously, it's necessary for Tainted Lazarus, but... Like, if you have this on a run that's not Tainted Lazarus, you really see how OP the item actually is. Like, how much heavy lifting it's doing for Tainted Lazarus.
You can buy a whole devil deal. Like, let's say there's 2 items in it. You buy 2 items, then you flip, you get the other 2 items. You just got 4 devil deal items for half, like, basically half price.
I mean, again, Tainted Lazarus, that's what this item is. And they made Tainted Lazarus so bad to make this item work for that character. But on any other character, this item is just ridiculous. I mean, you flat out get 2 items for every pedestal. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's comparable to D6.
No, it's better than... It's a lot better than D6.
I would say a lot better.
No, it is a lot better than D6. You're getting double the items for no negative of Damocles or anything.
I'm surprised by how much you like Flip, and then you don't think Tainted Lazarus is good.
Well... It doesn't matter. Tainted Lazarus is obviously terrible. Flip is doing all the heavy lifting.
Anyway, alright, sidetrack. It is good. It's S tier.
Well, no, but okay, I want to talk a little bit more about it because you said the thing about D6. This is so much better than D6, which is crazy because D6 is one of the best items in the game. Like, in what world?
D6.
You don't think it's better than D6?
No, I do think it's better than D6.
But I think it's a lot better.
I just don't think it's significantly better than D6. But it is better.
That's crazy, man. You get 2 items.
No, it is better for sure. It is better for sure. I'm just saying it's like not significantly better. But I will take it over D6 almost every time. Yes.
I wouldn't even say almost. You take it every time. Bro, when do you not take this over D6?
Okay. I'll put it like this. I'll take this over D6 every time. However, if I had to take D6... I don't think my run would be that worse.
Oh, no, obviously not. You're comparing 2 amazing items. But I'm just saying...
Well, that's what I meant. I meant like if I had to take D6 instead, my run is not going to be that much worse.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair. But I'm just saying your run is so much more busted with this than it is with D6.
Yeah, sure. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
It's a crazy item. If you see this, first floor, absolutely absurd.
Yeah, if you see it early, GG. Okay,
Magic Skin.
It's your turn.
Okay, so...
I might need to get probabilities for this. Okay.
Magic Skin as a whole. Fudge, man. It has so many high highs, so many low lows. Can you rank it for me, honestly? I don't even know where to put it.
Okay, I just want to go over some numbers. I'm actually surprised on these numbers. So, I actually didn't know this, but after you use Magic Skin 3 times in a run, it is a 100% chance to replace the next pedestal, unless you're holding Magic Skin. So, if you want to use Magic Skin, you basically have to hold onto it as you're active the entire run. However, if you do that, you're trading a broken heart or a heart container and getting a broken heart for an item pedestal. You can drop that in the secret room. I'm kind of like, I don't personally use that much. I don't like it. But I will say this. It is unusable. It is F tier if you don't keep it as your active item the whole run. But I think you should just always, if you are going to use Magic Skin, hold on to it. I think you just have to. I don't think it's a choice. I think you have to hold on to it the whole run. There's no point using it otherwise. In that case, then it's like arguably like A tier. Because you can force spawn secret room pedestals or even ancient room pedestals. And if you have a way to re-roll them, that's even crazier. Because you could just drop like 3 secret room. Like you could trade 3 hearts, get 3 broken hearts, drop 3 secret room items, and then perth throw it. Like you're gonna win if you do that. And just
Yeah, but they could always spawn into more Magic Skin.
No, if you're holding Magic Skin, it can't spawn Magic Skin. So
It'll never spawn Magic Skin if you're holding Magic Skin. Is that true?
Yeah, but if you drop it, then it can spawn. But if you're currently holding it, no.
Okay, well then...
I think that is what makes the item even slightly viable. But I think you have to hold it as your active the entire
I think it's
run.
at least top of C then. I actually didn't know that
Yeah.
if you held it, that it,
I forgot about it, to be honest. I was also going to put it low, but I actually think, yeah, just make sure if you use it, just hold on to it forever.
Yeah,
I guess that's a bit of a downside. You don't get an active item.
Okay,
but
I
still,
think it's at least here then. What do you think?
I think so as well. I think we could arguably go higher,
Okay.
but I think that is the right place.
All right, that's fine. Overall, like with all the negatives and everything, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so there's also Magic Skin. I think F tier. I mean, it replaces an item that you wanted to get something else.
something like that. I think actually no. I think Magic Skin goes E.
E. I think D actually. I think D is. It's only a 33% chance it replaces the item. Yeah.
All right. Moving on, we have Magic Skin. I think Magic Skin is like probably A.
No, I think it's E tier.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
What about
The
Magic
next
Skin
Magic
though?
Skin, that's a 100% chance that you get another Magic Skin. I think that's F tier. Why do you want more Magic Skin? Like.
Yeah, you're right. That's too much Magic Skin. What about Magic Skin though? B tier?
I'm considering S tier, but I think it might be F.
We could do S tier. That's fair.
Yeah.
How about Magic Skin though? I think Magic Skin is F tier.
It is probably.
Okay, but Magic Skin though.
Okay, this one is also S tier, but this one's better than Flip by a long shot.
Yeah, no, you're right. Honestly, we should make a whole new
Do we
tier
have to
for
make
this.
a tier above? Do we have to make S+?
Well, I think the viewers can tell.
No, the next Magic Skin is S+, of course.
Oh my god, you're so right. Hold on. Insane. Oh shoot. It's fine.
You missed it all. It's fine. It's fine.
Skin. And
Okay, well, alternatively, this
Magic
one is
Skin.
below F. This is the worst item. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
This one actually crashes your game. It actually uninstalls your save file. That doesn't make any sense.
True. And then Magic Skin. I think this is like probably like right between Ceremonial Robes and Pact.
I think it's between Sid Robes and Heartbreak. Let's be real.
No, you're right. It's a good point. Good argument. Good argument. And this is Magic Skin. I'd say right here, better than the Guppy chance, definitely.
I agree. Yeah.
I'd rather have Magic Skin than Guppy chance for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for watching our Magic Skin tier list.
Magic Skin tier list.
Yeah. Have a wonderful night. Later, manners.